Lindsay Lohan's party of the birthday variety canceled.
Oh.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
It's perfect.
Wasn't that perfect timing?
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
You really nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's hard to come fresh out of rehab and straight to your 21st, get sloshed until your near-death birthday party.
Yeah.
Huh.
A little tough.
Me and Vinnie the Pooh were even actually talking about that. I said there'll be probably a lot of celebrities there. I doubt Lindsay will be there, though, at her own birthday party.
Well, they should still have it.
Yeah, have it anyway.
Yep. Well, they could have done that, but I guess they couldn't advertise it
As hers.
if they knew she wasn't going to be there.
Right.
So your July 2nd, Caesar's Palace, Pure Nightclub, Lilo birthday party is, in fact, canceled.
Yeah.
Now, Vinnie the Pooh, does that mean you're out as far as Vegas? What's the story on that?
I mean, I was seriously like close to booking my ticket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is a deal breaker for you.
Not a deal breaker.
Never deal breakers in Vegas.
I might wind up down there anyway.
Yeah, there's never deal breakers in Vegas, too.
No.
I mean, I'm going to be there 2 weeks.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I mean,
Jeez.
I might move there.
Why don't you just get a vacation spot?
I got
there?
a lot.
Seriously.
I'm thinking about getting a condo down there.
I mean, you might as well.
I got a lot of poker to play. It's the World Series of Poker.
understand.
You know, the World Series of Poker main event, if I were to advance in and of itself, Terry, it's like a 2-week event. It's a week and a half event. All right, but I'm gonna play in a few of the undercard situations before the main event starts on July 6th.
Okay.
Or the
So
main
just
event
get a
starts.
condo, hang out, you know.
Well, I'm going to be there 2 weeks. I don't know if I need a condo for 2 weeks, but
But you go there and play quite often.
I like staying in the hotels. How about that?
Oh, all right.
I like staying in the suites of some of these nice hotels they have down there. You familiar with some of these hotels, Terry?
Some of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually thought about buying a condo because they're very attractively priced right now because they oversaturated the market so much with condos that they're ridiculously, well, not ridiculous, but they've come down in price a lot from where they were about 5 years ago.
Correct.
So I'm
right.
thinking maybe I'll get a condo. But then I'm thinking, but then I wouldn't be able to stay in the hotel.
There's not a casino in the basement of your condo, probably, either.
Mm-hmm.
May save you some money, though.
I'd have to put a casino in the basement of my condo. So I could walk down in my robe and start playing craps.
The condos had maid service. They may actually have maid service in the condos.
Yeah, they probably do.
I bet
That'd
they
be
do.
funny.
Because that would be a nice little treat. Having your bed made 6 times a day is pretty cool.
Especially if these maids are hot, it just adds to it. Yes.
Wow.
But you know us, Terry, we like to hang out in the hotels.
I understand,
Hang out in the Bellagio. Hang out wherever.
Yep, I understand.
Okay.
Well, my July plans still consist of camping and a bag of fireworks.
Wow.
So I will not be going down there still.
Good time.
Camping sounds fun.
Now, you get a lot of sleep when you're camping? I'm thinking you may, especially with the story Terry read yesterday. People who slept, the average amount of sleep people got before electricity was 10 hours.
Yeah.
And now that the light bulb is fully instituted into our world, people these days get about 6 to 7 hours sleep. But back before the light bulb was invented, people got 10 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
Now, camping, I don't think there's many light bulbs hanging around, right?
Correct. There are
Okay.
not kerosene light bulbs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
It does make you want to go to sleep, but you got to power through, especially when I make the brownies.
I think you get less sleep camping, I would think.
Yeah.
The brownies would make you want to sleep, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why you got to power through.
Okay. So, you're going on a big camping exhibition.
Yeah, it's not big. Probably a few days.
All right.
Any place we can light off fireworks and blow up anthills and stuff.
It's going to be more than just one couple, or is it going to be a few couples?
I don't know. Probably like 4 or 6 of us.
Whoever wants to go.
Whoever we can trick into going.
Wow.
Oh, we're staying
have
at a
to-
really nice place.
You have to trick people into
Yeah.
going.
See that thing of dirt? That's where you're going to lay.
Uh-huh.
If you go to a
Staying at a
campground,
really nice place after you pitch this tent.
Right.
No, not this one. That one. All right. How long you to go camping for?
Like 2 or 3 days.
Oh, wow.
I can't pull off much more with the wife.
But you bring like one of those
Surprised you can do that.
arrow beds and stuff like
yeah.
that, right?
Big air
Yeah.
mattress.
Bring an air mattress?
Oh, yeah. I mean, true camping is actually laying on
I
the
lay
dirt.
on one side and she shoots to the top of the tent.
Terry's saying that you are a lame camper.
I
You're bringing
definitely
your
am.
little air mattress.
No question.
Oh, yeah.
I don't rough it.
And your Sonic Hair toothbrush.
probably got a bathrooms in your campground, showers.
Right.
We have room service at the campground.
Right.
And they make your bed 8 times a day.
I'd like a s'more, please, at 4 a.m.
That would be great if they actually offered that. I might go.
Stephen, we can have one prepared for you by 7 o'clock if you really want one.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You'd like us some more?
Well, who wouldn't?
All right. Pasty. Can we get on having Stephen made a s'more? Okay. Pasty's on it. We're not going to disappoint you this morning, Stephen.
I appreciate it.
All right. So Layla's birthday party canceled. Kelly Clarkson's summer tour canceled.
The worst summer ever.
What are we going to do?
Summer 2007 canceled.
Whoa.
Due to low turnout.
The T-Man Show.
It's a daytime shocker. Could there be a showcase showdown for Rosie at CBS?
I do believe they are going to have a meeting with Rosie.
Backstage, Bob Barker, whose final Price is Right aired Friday, broke big news. Rosie could be the veteran game show's next
She
host.
told me she'd like to host it someday. So far as doing it, there's no doubt in my mind that she could do the show.
She would do it lousy, but she could do it.
The last time he said they wanted a man.
Yeah.
Well, he knows better now. He took some hits. He doesn't want to be an 86-year-old man threatened by, women's rights activists and stuff like that. It's weird they haven't named a new host for The Price is Right yet.
I know.
What, they're just going to have reruns all summer?
Yeah, probably. And then September hits you real big.
Game show reruns, those are popular?
Guess so.
Good place to bet your friends on what's going to happen?
Sure.
I have a feeling they're going to win both showcases.
I know how much that rice-a-roni is.
Yeah, like Rosie wouldn't be diving across the stage trying to eat that. Please. Why would Rosie want that job? Why would they want Rosie? Why would she want that job, Terry? She's so above it, and it's not for her. All right?
Maybe she just enjoys it and liked it, watching it, growing up, so maybe that's her deal. It's fun.
And that would make it fun for her for a week.
This is posturing for her new gig.
For a week. And then she'd be sick of it.
And we've got the latest from Rosie herself. She confirmed on her blog the CBS meeting, adding she grabbed the job, quote, "If they asked me, I sure would." Wow. While it was just a year ago at the Daytime Emmys that Rosie and Barbara posed happily together, Rosie was a no-show this year, as her former View co-host took center stage just minutes after losing Outstanding Talk Show Host.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year, Barbara.
Yeah, maybe next year it'll be more likely to be canceled.
Ooh.
Sucking up to Barbara, the rest of the girls, Terry. How pathetic is that?
We love you, Babs.
Sucking up to that 76-year-old old bag. It should be at a dog track in Florida right now.
Wow. All right.
My gosh. When is she going to get the memo? It's time to retire. Yeah, wrinkly old battle axe.
$40 on the 4-horse.
It's great when you put $40 on the 4-horse in the dog track.
Yeah.
Yes. Chances are you're not going to win.
I bet the horse would beat the dog.
But you know what? The old people, the senile people at the dog track put $40 on the 4-horse all the time.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money there.
The track just takes it. Okay, Bob, no problem. Got it.
Just some more information on the whole Rosie, if she gets the little gig there.
Yes.
Apparently, rumor has it that the Barker Beauties will be no longer. She'll replace them with
she'll like the Barker
men.
Beauties more than Bob did.
No.
I liked him pretty well.
It says here that she does.
I'm knowing.
He did like them
I'm
very
aware
well.
of this, but not as much and as actively as Rosie will pursue them. Come on, married woman, my ass. She will be diving backstage like no other host ever has.
Well, they say that she'll replace them with male models.
With male models?
Yes.
And pretend like what? She's heterosexual again, like she used to do on her daytime talk show? Please. She don't want any male models, any more than I want male models on any game show I'm hosting. She's attracted to females. Why would you want male models?
I don't know. I'm
Male
just telling
models.
You, that's what my news
How
source said.
gross.
Next thing she's going to do is replace the yodeler.
No.
He's going to go off that cliff. Stop. Is that stressful? Is that game stressful or what?
Yeah.
Make him stop. Come on, Bob. That's a stressful game, man.
When he goes over the cliff, it is a little bit to watch.
Well, at that point, I'm actually relieved. It's over. I don't have to worry anymore. It's him climbing out of control. Will he? Won't he? Can he stop?
25 years, he still has to explain every game to him.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah.
And every 10 years, they introduce a new game. You're like, whoa! Where'd they think of this?
The future's so cool.
That's really crazy. What else is going on, Terry?
Oh, just really quickly, as far as Lindsay Lohan's 21st birthday, which you touched on in the beginning.
Yeah, I was going to, Terry, until they canceled
I know.
it.
By the way, it's been canceled officially for the last 2 weeks.
Well,
and
then why were we putting out flyers like 2 days ago? What was yesterday?
What's
today? Today's Tuesday, right?
Right.
It is.
Wasn't it just yesterday we printed out a flyer for Lindsay's birthday party? Was that Friday?
It was like
No, it was
Friday.
like
All right, well, whatever. The banners, the posters,
Right.
they're still all up and advertising this. We're trying to mislead people into thinking it's still on.
Well, that's what Lindsay's rep says. Quote, the party was canceled officially over 2 weeks ago. We were confused why Pure was even still promoting it. But Lindsay will not be having a birthday party at Pure and is focusing on her recovery 100%.
Yes.
So they were a little bit confused as well. So
How's Lindsay doing at Promises?
I haven't really heard much, as far as
Everyone's so focused on Paris in
Paris.
jail
Right.
that nobody's sending a group of paparazzi outside of Promises.
Yeah. Oh, she's not drunk and throwing up. Nah.
Not interesting.
Nothing to look at here.
Well, speaking of drunk and throwing up, Terry.
Yes.
But she's still up in her little jail cell with a freaking cell phone. I'm telling you that Rosie O'Donnell's going to host the ending of the Bob Barker thing, and it's going to happen. I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen, but I am going to make sure it happens today.
All right, you getting any of this, Terry?
No, he's just rambling.
Doesn't make any sense whatsoever,
Nah.
even to him.
Phone number,
Oh, geez.
and I'm going to double his digits.
Oh, you're still upset about not having Pasty
Real.
Dave's new cell phone number. Is that it? And you're offering, he's offering Pasty
I'm
Dave
asking-
money to get his new cell phone number, Terry. He's lost
I'm
it now,
asking
Pasty
him
Dave.
for the number, but if he doesn't give it, I'm going to double. I'm going to roll
Double.
it like Bob Barker rolls the wheel. I'm going to double the ditches in $98.
Right, listen, but let me ask you this, John. You're really feeling like you're at a loss because you're texting Pasty Dave and he's not getting them because he's got a new phone number. But really, when you think about it, what's the difference between Pasty Dave having a new phone number and the old phone number he used to have? Because Pasty Dave used to get about 50 text pages a day from John, which is what caused Pasty to change his number. But as far as John's concerned, from his perspective, what's the difference? Pasty never returned any of his text pages anyway.
Right.
So John might as well just still send those text pages, and it wouldn't be any difference.
It's a good
Man,
solid
I've
point.
got your cell number. I've got Hot
sure you
Shot
do.
Scott's, and
Yes.
I'll forward everything.
I'll
but
tell
you
you
know
what.
what?
Why
I'm
don't
on
you
my way
give
to
out
the station
since you
because you know
have
what?
my
I wanna
cell phone number? Why don't you give it out over the air? Go ahead.
Give whose number?
My cell phone number. Since you claim you have it, why don't you give it out over the air? Because I know you don't have it.
T-Man, I can't do that.
Right. Jeez, I'd love to
I
know it.
can't do it,
do
too,
that.
man, because you don't
That
want
would be
all these people calling
disrespectful to
you.
you.
Oh.
So it's the ultimate sign of respect by you for the fact that you've had my cell number, and yet you've never sent one text page or given me
I
one
can't
phone
give
call.
your
Is
cell
that
phone
right?
number on the air, but I'm telling you what. If Pasty
No,
Dave
I'm
does
giving
not
you
give it to me-
permission to give my cell phone number over the air. Give it out right now,
Why, so you
Mr.
can
Big
change it
Shot.
after the show?
I'm not. I promise. Well, I'm getting the iPhone today. I can't wait for that. But
Oh, cool.
I can keep my number if I
MFA,
get
Yeah,
the
you
baby.
can
iPhone.
switch. You should be able to, yes.
Got to get the iPhone
Well,
today.
you've
That was
already added
very
me,
cool.
I believe, to my buddy on your
Right.
site.
Of course I did. Of course I did. Why?
I said I believe you did.
I'm giving you outright permission right now. I'll tell you what. I'll give you $1,000.
Whoa.
If you
Wow.
can say what my cell phone number is right now.
Well, how about if you give Pasty Dave I'm skipping you, T-Man, because you're too important. And Pasty Dave ain't nothing but a bunch of bull crud liar. He looks like a god darn Chucky popping out everywhere.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Well, I'm trying to keep it clean. I don't know how
you're
to say
doing
it
a
other
wonderful
than you're
job.
a
That
mother
Chucky.
sucking liar.
Okay. Didn't say the F word, did he?
You should try to keep
No, I
it
said
funny.
mother sucker
Got
liar.
it. Wonderful that he's cleaning himself up. this
Okay,
week.
I'll be down to the station, and Dave, I've got $98 cash.
All right. That sounds
98.
pretty enticing.
Wow.
He was able to scratch together $98, Terry, and he's claiming he's coming down to the station. He won't get anywhere near us, Terry. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why he
I'm
bothers. It's
not.
going to be a waste of his day. Obviously, his mother's hanging around doing nothing this morning and is able to drive him. That's what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why he's interested in coming down this morning.
It's actually my boy Delirious is going to drive me down there.
He has a ride. His boy Where's this
Delirious.
boy Delirious? If
Yeah,
you
let's
can we hear?
chit chat with
Delirious?
Delirious.
He's one of my homies.
Yeah, can we hear from him right now? Is he there that he can speak so we can believe that he exists? This boy Delirious you discuss? Come on, let's hear him. Where is he?
Well, you can. I'll give you his phone number. You can call him.
So he's not there with you right now.
No, but he's listening, and he's on iTunes with me.
All right, get him on three-way. He's on iTunes with you. Get him on three-way.
iTunes.
Get him on three-way.
Download that.
Yeah.
He's got
get him-
iTunes Live where he puts on the headset and he communicates with people.
I have John John's Greatest Hits downloaded.
Right.
It would be great to have.
Get Delirious on three-way. You doing that, John John?
I'm doing it right now
All
as
right.
we speak.
It's fascinating. You didn't take the $1,000 to give out my number over the air. It's
Well,
really...
because I can't disrespect you like that.
You're not disrespecting him,
Yes,
John.
I am, Terry.
He gave you
would-
permission.
I'm giving you permission. I would not
Realize
take
how
it.
T-Mound is really popular?
I
Hell
wouldn't
no.
take it as a sign of disrespect. I'm telling you right now to do it. I'll be happy to give you the money. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Stand by.
Oh,
You're too popular.
it's always been my goal. Mm. Why do we waste our time with this guy, Terry?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's calling
Entertaining?
He's calling someone from the chat line right now, Terry. He's gonna, hey, you're gonna be delirious, and you're very popular, and we're gonna go on the air. And... All right, John, are you there? John.
I hear you.
Yes. What are we waiting for, John?
Are you waiting for me to dial the digits on the remote? Hold on a second.
John, I don't have the time for this. All right.
We actually do, but we don't want to.
Yeah, we actually have tons of time.
That's the thing.
But that's the best way to put it, is I don't have the time for this. All right?
Okay, I'll see you at the station in approximately 1 hour. Goodbye.
Oh, you gave him a great out. I was hoping you'd hang
He's not
on.
coming down.
Really?
Who wants to punch him in the face first when he comes down? Vinnie the Pooh, raise his hand the quickest.
Oh, look at that.
Vinnie the Pooh.
Oh, wow.
Which John is on the line right now. Okay, you have the first option at punching him in the face when he comes down.
Okay.
Once he trespasses
Punch him in his
company
face.
property, you have every right, with your 130-pound frame working to your advantage,
Every pound of it's to the mush.
to the mush.
Right.
There's a lot of mush
It's a lot of mush.
to hit Terry. His face couldn't be described better than just a bowl full of mush.
Yeah, his teeth are like a broken windshield, so you may cut your hand if you punch him in the mouth. Jagged pieces everywhere.
I'll risk it.
He's willing to risk it. He looks kind of gung-ho.
He does.
Yeah.
Of course.
A little anxious now. Come on down, John.
Well, his friend Delirious is bringing him down, too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
right,
so maybe
Delirious.
he'll be helping him out and warding off the very imposing Vinnie the Pooh.
The T-Man Show.
Well, it's a baby girl for Tiger Woods less than 24 hours after he came in second at the U.S. Open on Father's Day.
Wow, I didn't even know he was expecting. I watched the last round of the U.S. Open, Terry. Pretty dramatic. Tiger in the hunt mode, trying to chase down Angel Cabrera, whoever the dude was who doesn't play, I guess, on the regular U.S. tour very often. He just comes in
Once in a while, yeah.
Comes in every so often. Argentinian dude. And
Smoking on the course. Gotta love
Yeah,
him.
you
gotta
gotta love
love cigarette dangling.
Crazy.
Just showing golfers to be truly who they are, non-athletic, skill men.
And they all used to fight it until that. Can't fight it anymore.
Hard to say. A lot of people want to argue, oh, golfers are athletes. Well, not based on the fact that they're just golfers. Maybe they're athletic in some other area. But I'm sorry. I had this argument many a time, Terry. And when someone like Angel Cabrera just walks around the golf course with a cigarette dangling out of his mouth, pretty much proves to me
Yeah.
that I was never wrong. And never will be.
John
Guys
Drew.
in khakis and belts don't really play a lot of sports.
I didn't know that Tiger was moments away from giving birth to his second child.
First.
This is his first?
She's very...
I think it's his second, Terry. Maybe his first
No.
girl.
Is it?
I thought it was his first child.
Oh, it's
as
his
well.
first child.
First child, and he was
Yes.
playing the finals of the...
Yes,
I think he would have
it's first.
skipped it if it was that close.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, second one, who cares?
Yeah, second one. Good.
Yeah.
Paying attention to the second child.
First
Well,
time
it's a
daddy,
baby
yep.
girl for Tiger Woods less than 24 hours
Wow.
after he came in second at the U.S. Open on Father's Day. His wife gave birth. He wrote on his website that they named her Sam Alexis Woods.
Is this guy reading for the very first time, Terry?
Sounds like it.
He wrote on his website that, I mean, is it Fun with Dick and Jane, or what are we reading here? See Spot Run?
Yeah, sounds like it.
He wrote on his website that they named her Sam Alexis Woods.
Is he just surprised at the name Sam, or
maybe
is that what he's trying to do, or he really just can't
sounds
read?
really uncomfortable reading.
You have to get him hooked on phonics, or what?
Maybe he thought Sam was a typo. Kind of a guy's name.
Hours after he came in second at the U.S. Open on Father's Day, his wife gave birth.
Yeah.
He wrote on his website that they named her Sam, Alexis Woods. He says both mom and baby are doing just fine and resting peacefully.
Wow, that's nice. Well,
yes.
He made sure to check in with them on the 7th green, Terry, as he was practicing for his next tournament. Huh.
Yeah.
Hey, you think they would have been all over that in the coverage of the thing on Sunday?
Yeah, I don't remember them mentioning that. Maybe I had the sound low or something.
Maybe.
I don't remember them mentioning that he was hours away from being a new daddy.
No, I
He
never
was
heard
a few
that
weeks
either.
away, actually. I didn't think he was this close.
Yeah.
So she wasn't due for a...
I don't know the exact due date, but I thought
she gave birth
Scott.
early. That sounds like it makes more sense.
Could be, yeah.
She wasn't right on the due date. He's out trying to knock the little ball in the little hole.
Well, it's the Open, though. You have to do
I
that,
understand, but he's pretty accomplished. I think he could miss one big tournament, and if it's a birth of his first child, then I think he's the type of guy to do that. It must have been about 3 weeks or so early. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. Although he's got a cute commercial out for Little Woods. Little golf clubs already.
I think it's a FedEx commercial. Yeah, I think I saw
it's
it.
very cute.
Very cute. Not really. Whatever.
Oh,
Anyway, it's wonderful. Anyhow. That was a very exciting, climactic finish. Usually the type of situation, the Tiger would either dominate, and it wouldn't even be a competition, or he would just somehow find a way to pull out of the fire, but not the case. So, is the page turning on Tiger Woods, Terry? Is it a situation where he just has so much money now that the fire isn't there anymore? Or maybe now that he's in his 30s or turned 30, Terry, his skills are beginning to erode, whether you're recognizing it happening right before your very eyes? Or... Because all I know is Angel Cabrera wouldn't have stood a chance 5 years ago. Okay? That's a guarantee.
Right.
Angel Cabrera sitting there laughing in the clubhouse. He'd have been crying his eyes out if this was the Tiger Woods of 1999. If it was the Tiger Woods of 2001, Angel Cabrera would have been like, please give me second. Right. There wouldn't have been a damn chance in hell that he was going to be Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
So, the question is, now that he's 30... are his skills eroding enough that everyone who's in the game has just a good enough chance to win the big one as he does?
I think it was a unique situation. Tough course. I mean, I don't think his skills are eroding.
Tough courses used to play to his advantage. Everyone else would just completely tear it up as far as being ones that knocked it all over the course. He'd be the one that dominated.
To be behind, though, on a tough course is tough to come back from.
That was exactly the situation that I'm talking about. I think it was 2001, or actually it was 1999, I think, at Pebble Beach, where everyone was like plus 10.
He torched it.
And he was 15 strokes ahead of him. He was 15 strokes ahead of everyone, and they were all lumped in, 15 strokes behind at like plus 10, plus 11. He was dominating a tough course.
All I know is that Johnny Miller and those guys are really in love with his biceps, and if I have to hear that one more time, I'm going to throw
I mentioned that more than his kid, that's for
using
sure.
those big biceps to hit it out of the weeds. God, they love him.
But maybe you're right. Maybe he's realized that, hey, I got plenty right now. It's not that big of a deal.
Maybe he's realizing, hey,
That
yes.
It's fun. I still enjoy the game.
I doubt it.
But he doesn't have the eye of the tiger anymore.
Oh, I do, right on my iPod.
His priorities have changed a little bit.
He looks pretty serious out there, though.
Well, sure. I mean,
And
he
the
still plays serious.
The
but
fact that he was a couple of weeks away from being a new daddy, and just after the passing of his own father, maybe these all come into play. Whatever the reason, all I'm saying is there's a new day where anyone can win again in golf.
We'll see. If he doesn't win the British Open, maybe I'll believe there's something to
And on the grandest stage where Tiger was a slam dunk, not necessarily the case anymore.
But he won like 6 tournaments in a row this year and then got second in the U.S. Open. I mean, he's still playing well.
You got to identify when the page is turning. I'm just thinking maybe now we're in the process of turning that page.
But also, didn't he kind of go through a little slump period a few years back when he started dating his now wife, and people were like, "Oh, the woman is,
Well, that was me who said that. Leave it to the woman to absolutely drag it out.
She's a distraction, and now he's done. And then all of a sudden he came back again and did really well.
Everyone who is greatness, like Tiger Woods, Muhammad Ali, all the greatest of all time, Terry, have a way of when the first time you think they're done, of reestablishing themselves. It's the second time that may be their ultimate demise. Al State will never have a demise, Terry.
No.
Ever. Talking about greatness that is evergreen, never dying. That's your lead in Al State. Oh, I should punch up his line. Yes, Al State.
What is going on? Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to you, Mr. State.
Yeah, you know what? I woke up this morning, and the first thing that popped in my head was...
Got yourself a gun. Yes.
Party.
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 Why do I get the sense that's a regular thought in the mind of Al State when he arises from a long night's slumber? What kind of party are you thinking about there, Al State?
VTP?
Oh, VTP, yeah. It's this weekend you're heading down to make sure that is that still on or did that get canceled? What's the story with that? Did I hear it got canceled?
Unfortunately, it did.
That's a bummer.
Man, the Pooh had a gig at some club. Was it downtown San Francisco? Where was it? What
It was
city?
downtown San Francisco, yeah.
And why the plug get pulled on that? So you're trying to get a new spot or what?
I'm trying to get a guest spot at a club. So I got.
Wow. Why did it get canceled?
Oh man, I don't really know.
Wow.
Didn't ask him?
Just got the word.
Anything you got to take personally or what?
No, I don't believe so.
I mean, you couldn't have. They couldn't have been down on you. They had you all over their flyers.
Yeah.
So what? I got to find out what happened. Vinnie the Pooh doesn't want to tell me what happened, but I'll get to the bottom of it, Terry.
Oh, of course.
I know they wanted him. That's all I know. Because
You didn't get no deposit money from him?
they had his picture up on all their flyers. Not even going to say the name of the club yet until I figure out what the hell went wrong here, Terry. But I know they wanted him bad. I don't know if Vinnie the Pooh's pulling some kind of power play. I don't know what's happening here. All I know is that Vinnie actually looks kind of sad, so maybe it's something that couldn't be helped, but he needs a gig. You're going anyway, or what?
I'm going anyway. Yeah.
And you're staying. You're staying on Angel's.
I'm staying.
Staying on Angel's couch, or what?
As much as I'd like to. No, I got a room again this time.
Staying on Angel's. Why you got a room as soon as you heard you had a kidney stone? You're gonna be
of course.
Any part of that middle of the night? Oh, Vinny, can you just squeeze the shaft? It's almost out.
I'm not helping him any part of that.
Hey, Vinny, you can come watch me at the club, huh, boy?
Oh man, just let me know.
So you got a hotel.
29.
You got a hotel where you staying at the same one as last time, Park 55? Where you staying?
I'm staying up the hill a little bit at the Westin.
Wow. Getting all ritzy.
Oh, I'm trying a little bit.
Wow, he must have something serious lined up, Terry.
Because I got a better hotel.
He's got to impress
Absolutely.
somebody.
Don't downplay it like I'm talking ridiculous. You know that I'm right. You know that you must have something lined up that you want to make sure that you impress by staying at one of the nicest hotels in town. I know how you're thinking. You're not staying there for you. You're staying there for someone else.
I'm just tired of my dirty house, so every time I go out of town, I don't want to stay.
Fine. I'm not saying you're not tired of your dirty house, but the hotel you were staying at last time was fine. But you got something lined up that you absolutely want to show her the way it is with you, or the way it's not, but she'll think it's the way it is.
For sure, right?
Well, I D-man enough about Vinny. You know what I'm saying? We know what happens every time he throws a party, and after party, we know the outcome. So let's just keep it moving.
Well, that is
Let's keep it moving. Let me tell you what. You know what I'm saying? I will be appearing June 29th at Club Velvet in Marysville for all y'all people out there.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've got, see how we're cross-promoting, Terry? Yes, it's wonderful. Everyone's getting gigs. Al State got a gig, Terry. Vinnie the Pooh will have a gig by this weekend. I'll tell you right now. Some club is going to step up and realize Vinnie the Pooh's announcing this morning that something went awry that he doesn't want to announce on the air. And I'm not sure I want him to announce it on the air until I find out what it was, Terry.
Okay.
Because I don't want to give anyone more publicity than they deserve. But all I know is they smack Vinnie the Pooh's face all over their flyers, excited about him coming, and something went wrong. And you're telling me it was beyond your control?
It was way beyond my control.
They want their DJs to bench press their body weight before working here.
That's probably what it was.
Wow.
I'm sure that's what it was.
I'm kind of disappointed, Like, I really wanted to go down there and...
You don't meet the height requirement for their DJ booth, or what?
I don't meet
like
the
the
weight.
rides at the amusement park. You got to be this high. And
Tough to pull chicks sitting on a phone book.
DJing on a milk
They like
crate.
the people at the club to be able to see the DJ's head coming over the top of the booth.
That's right. That's right.
They canceled you or what?
Yeah.
You didn't get. They couldn't have canceled you after all the. Unless they did all this advertising. A lot of clubs will do that, Terry. They'll do all this advertising, make it seem like something big's happening, and then last minute, because they don't want to pay them, bam! Oh, we have to cancel, and everyone still thinks they're coming. It's a simple bait and switch thing. I'm not saying that's what happened here. I don't know what happened here.
Right.
I'm just talking that can happen at clubs. It probably didn't happen here. I don't know what happened here. All I know is Vinnie the Pooh is not booked right now. And he's staying at a hotty-toddy kind of hotel to impress some lady out there.
Yeah, man.
You staying at the St. Francis?
The St. Francis, that's right.
Oh, my gosh. You would not stay there if you had nothing lined up. Don't lie to me!
I've never been.
Yeah,
Is it a nice hotel? Like,
Is it a nice hotel?
you know?
I never heard of the Ritz-Carlton.
You just threw a dart at the Expedia website?
That's right.
I'll take this one. Sounds good.
Yeah.
The price was right.
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 The price is right, I'm sure.
That, Super 8, whatever. Pick one.
Wow. Why don't you admit you have something you want to make sure you take down that you have lined up?
I just wanted to stay nice when I went.
Wasn't the last place you stayed nice?
It was nice, but I don't want to keep coming back to the same hotel.
Do you at this time have someone you're expecting to drop by, yes or no?
No.
There's no one specific in your mind right now. You'd be lying to me if you said you had someone specific in your mind that is due to drop by your hotel.
I would be lying to you, yes.
That's crazy. I know you're lying right now.
What about the
lying
woman
anyway.
that he hooked up with who is from the Northwest that moved to the Bay?
The homegirl? No, she's doing her own thing. I mean, I ain't got that
He's been
lined
through
up.
that, Terry.
Oh.
Been there.
I get it.
Hello.
Yes,
T-Man?
Yes, Elstich.
He's trying to get your attention.
You know what? I had a great Father's Day too.
Okay, thanks, Elstich.
That's good, Al.
And Jizzle says he is bringing his manager. That's all he knows.
He's bringing whose manager?
That's
I'm going down there with mine. but-
You're bringing your manager?
You have
Yeah.
a manager.
Who's your manager?
I got a manager.
This silly manager.
I know,
What kind
serious.
of crap is this? I didn't know you had a manager.
Yeah.
Who managing what?
Like clubs, like all the clubs I do right now, he got for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I was gonna take him.
How about a little calendar? How about that?
I got a calendar too.
I'll tell you what. Go to the Hallmark.
It's a daytime shocker. Could there be a showcase showdown for Rosie at CBS?
I do believe they are going to have a meeting with Rosie.
Backstage, Bob Barker, whose final Price is Right aired Friday, broke big news. Rosie could be the veteran game show's next
She
host.
told me she'd like to host it someday. So far as doing it, there's no doubt in my mind that she could do the show.
She would do it lousy, but she could do it.
The last time he said they wanted a man.
Yeah.
Well, he knows better now. He took some hits. He doesn't want to be an 86-year-old man threatened by, women's rights activists and stuff like that. It's weird they haven't named a new host for The Price is Right yet.
I know.
What, they're just going to have reruns all summer?
Yeah, probably. And then September hits you real big.
Game show reruns? Those are popular?
Guess so.
Good place to bet your friends on what's going to happen?
Sure.
I have a feeling they're going to win both showcases.
I know how much that rice-a-roni is.
Yeah, like Rosie wouldn't be diving across the stage trying to eat that. Please. Why would Rosie want that job? Why would they want Rosie? Why would she want that job, Terry? She's so above it, and it's not for her. All right?
Maybe she just enjoys it and liked it, watching it, growing up, so maybe that's her deal. It's fun.
And that would make it fun for her for a week.
This is posturing for her new gig.
For a week. And then she'd be sick of it.
And we've got the latest from Rosie herself. She confirmed on her blog the CBS meeting, adding she grabbed the job, quote, if they asked me, I sure would. Wow. While it was just a year ago at the Daytime Emmys that Rosie and Barbara posed happily together, Rosie was a no-show this year. As her former View co-host took center stage just minutes after losing Outstanding Talk Show Host.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year, Barbara.
Yeah, maybe next year it'll be more likely to be canceled.
Ooh.
Sucking up to Barbara, the rest of the girls, Terry. How pathetic is that?
We love you, Babs.
Sucking up to that 76-year-old old bag. It should be at a dog track in Florida right now.
Wow. All right.
My gosh. When is she going to get the memo? It's time to retire. Yeah, wrinkly old battle axe.
$40 on the 4-horse.
It's great when you put $40 on the 4-horse in the dog track.
Yeah.
Yes. Chances are you're not going to win.
I bet the horse would beat the dog.
But you know what? The old people, the senile people at the dog track put $40 on the 4-horse all the time.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money there.
The track just takes it. Okay, Bob, no problem. Got it.
Just some more information on the whole Rosie, if she gets the little gig there.
Yes.
Apparently, rumor has it that the Barker Beauties will be no longer. She'll replace them with
she'll like the Barker
men.
Beauties more than Bob did.
No.
I liked them pretty well.
It says here that she does.
I'm knowing.
He did like them
I'm
very
aware
well.
of this, but not as much and as actively as Rosie will pursue them. Come on, married woman, my ass. She will be diving backstage like no other host ever has.
Well, they say that she'll replace them with male models.
With male models?
Yes.
And pretend like what? She's heterosexual again, like she used to do on her daytime talk show? Please. She don't want any male models, any more than I want male models on any game show I'm hosting. She's attracted to females. Why would you want male models?
I don't know. I'm
male
just telling
models.
You, that's what my news
How
source said.
Gross.
Next thing she's going to do is replace the yodeler.
No.
He's going to go off that cliff. Stop. Is that stressful? Is that game stressful or what?
Yeah.
Make him stop. Come on, Bob. That's a stressful game, man.
When he goes over the cliff, it is a little bit to watch.
Well, at that point, I'm actually relieved. It's over. I don't have to worry anymore. It's him climbing out of control. Will he? Won't he? Can he stop?
25 years, he still has to explain every game to him.
Mm-hmm.
I know, yeah.
And every 10 years, they introduce a new game. You're like, whoa! Where'd they think of this?
The future's so cool.
That's really crazy. What else is going on, Terry?
Oh, just really quickly, as far as Lindsay Lohan's 21st birthday, which you touched on in the beginning.
Yeah, I was going to, Terry, until they canceled it.
By the way, it's been canceled officially for the last 2 weeks.
Well, then why were we putting out flyers like 2 days ago? What was yesterday? What's today? Today's Tuesday, right?
Right.
It is.
Wasn't it just yesterday we printed out a flyer for Lindsay's birthday party? Or was that Friday?
It was like Friday.
All right, well, whatever. The banners, the posters,
Right.
they're still all up and advertising this. We're trying to mislead people into thinking it's still on.
Well, that's what Lindsay's rep says. Quote, the party was canceled officially over 2 weeks ago. We were confused why Pure was even still promoting it.
Mm-hmm.
But Lindsay will not be having a birthday party at Pure and is focusing on her recovery 100%.
Yes.
So they were a little bit confused as well.
Mm-hmm.
So...
How's Lindsay doing at Promises?
I haven't really heard much, as far as...
Everyone's so focused on Paris in jail
right.
that nobody's sending a group of paparazzi outside of Promises.
Yeah. Oh, she's not drunk and throwing up? Nah.
Not interesting.
Nothing to look at here.
Well, speaking of drunk and throwing up, Terry.
Yes.
But she's still up in their little jail cell with a freaking cell phone. I'm telling you that Rosie O'Donnell's going to host the ending of the Bob Barker thing, and it's going to happen. I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen, but I am going to make sure it happens today.
All right, you getting any of this, Terry?
No, he's just rambling.
Doesn't make any sense whatsoever, even to him.
Phone number,
Oh, geez.
and I'm going to double his digits.
Oh, you're still upset about not having Pasty
Real.
Dave's new cell phone number. Is that it? And you're offering, he's offering Pasty Dave money to get his new cell phone number, Terry. He's lost
I'm
without
asking
Pasty
him
Dave.
for the number, but if he doesn't give it, I'm going to double. I'm going to roll it like Bob Barker rolls the wheel. I'm going to double the digits in $98.
Right, listen, but let me ask you this, John. You're really feeling like you're at a loss because you're texting Pasty Dave and he's not getting them because he's got a new phone number. But really, when you think about it, what's the difference between Pasty Dave having a new phone number and the old phone number he used to have? Because Pasty Dave used to get about 50 text pages a day from John, which is what caused Pasty to change his number. But as far as John's concerned, from his perspective, what's the difference? Pasty never returned any of his text pages anyway.
Right.
So John might as well just still send those text pages, and it wouldn't be any difference.
Man, I've got your cell number. I've got Hot
sure
Shot
you do.
Scott,
Yes.
and I'll forward everything.
I'll
but
tell
you know
what.
what?
Why
I'm
don't
on
you
my way
give
to
out
the station
since you
because
have
know what?
my
I wanna
cell phone number? Why don't you give it out over the air? Go ahead.
Give whose number?
My cell phone number. Since you claim you have it, why don't you give it out over the air? Because I know you don't have it.
T-Man, I can't do that.
I can't do it, T-Man, because you don't want all these people calling you.
So it's the ultimate sign of respect by you for the fact that you've had my cell number and yet you've never sent one text page or given me one phone call.
Your
Is
cell
that right?
phone number on the air, but I'm telling you what. If Pasty Dave
I'm
does
giving
not
you
give it to me-
permission to give my cell phone number over the air. Give it out right now,
Why, so you
Mr.
can
Big
change it
Shot.
after the show?
I'm not. I promise. Well, I'm getting the iPhone today. I can't wait for that. But
cool.
I can keep my number if I
Yeah,
get
you
the
can
iPhone.
switch. You should be able to, yes.
Got to get the iPhone.
Well,
Terry.
you've already added me, I believe, to my buddy on your
Right,
site.
of course I did. Of course I did. Why?
I said I believe you did.
I'm giving you outright permission right now. I'll tell you what. I'll give you $1,000.
Whoa!
If you can say what my cell phone number is right now.
Well, how about if you give Pasty Dave? I'm skipping you, T-Man, because you're too important. And Pasty Dave ain't nothing but a bunch of bull crud liar. He looks like a god-darn Chucky popping out everywhere.
Yes.
Whatever.
Well, I'm trying to keep it clean. I don't know how to
you're
say
doing
it
a
other
wonderful
than you're
job.
a mother-sucking liar.
Okay. Didn't say the F word, did he?
You should try to keep
No, I
it
said
funny.
mother-sucker liar.
Got it. Wonderful that he's cleaning himself up.
Okay, I'll be down to the station, and Dave, I've got $98 cash.
All right, that sounds pretty enticing.
Wow.
He was able to scratch together $98, Terry, and he's claiming he's coming down to the station. He won't get anywhere near us, Terry. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why he
I'm
bothers. It's
not.
going to be a waste of his day. Obviously, his mother's hanging around doing nothing this morning and is able to drive him. That's what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why he's interested in coming down this morning.
It's actually my boy Delirious is going to drive me down there.
He has a ride. His boy Where's this boy Delirious? Of yours?
let's
Can we hear?
chit-chat with
Delirious? He's one of my homies.
Yeah, can we hear from him right now? Is he there that he can speak so we can believe that he exists? This boy Delirious you discuss? Come on, let's hear him. Where is he?
Well, you can, I'll give you his phone number. You can call him.
So he's not there with you right now.
No, but he's listening, and he's on iTunes with me.
All right, get him on three-way. He's on iTunes with you. Get him on three-way.
iTunes.
Get him on three-way.
Download that.
Yeah.
He's got iTunes Live where he puts on the headset and he communicates with people.
I have John John's Greatest Hits downloaded.
Right.
It would be great to have.
Get Delirious on three-way. You doing that, John John?
I'm doing it right now
All
as
right.
we speak.
It's fascinating. You didn't take the $1,000 to give out my number over the air. It's
Well,
really...
because I can't disrespect you like that.
You're not disrespecting him,
Yes,
John.
I am, Terry.
He gave you permission.
I'm giving you permission. I would not take it.
T-Man is really popular.
I
Hell
wouldn't
no.
take it as a sign of disrespect. I'm telling you right now to do it. I'll be happy to give you the money. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Stand by.
Oh.
You're too popular.
It's always been my goal. Why do we waste our time with this guy, Terry?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's calling
entertaining?
He's calling someone from the chat line right now, Terry. He's gonna, hey, you're gonna be Delirious, and you're very popular, and we're gonna go on the air. And... All right, John, are you there? John.
I hear you.
Yes. What are we waiting for, John?
Are you waiting for me to dial the digits on the remote? Hold on a second.
John, I don't have the time for this. All right.
We actually do, but we don't want to.
Yeah, we actually have tons of time.
That's the thing.
But that's the best way to put it, is I don't have the time for this. All right?
Okay, I'll see you at the station in approximately 1 hour. Goodbye.
Oh, you gave him a great out.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping you'd
He's
hang
not
on.
coming down.
Really?
Who wants to punch him in the face first when he comes down? Vinnie the Pooh, raise his hand the quickest.
Oh, look at that.
Vinnie the Pooh.
Oh, wow.
Which John is on the line right now. Okay, you have the first option at punching him in the face when he comes down.
Okay.
Once he trespasses
Punch him in his
company
face.
property, you have every right, with your 130-pound frame working to your advantage.
Every pound of it's to the mush.
To the mush.
That's right.
There's a lot of mush.
It's a lot of mush.
To hit Terry. His face couldn't be described better than just a bowl full of mush.
Yeah, his teeth are like a broken windshield, so you may cut your hand if you punch him in the mouth. Jagged pieces everywhere.
I'll risk it.
He's willing to risk it. He looks kind of gung-ho.
He does.
Yeah.
Of course.
A little anxious now. Come on down, John.
Well, his friend Delirious is bringing him down, Terry.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Right,
so maybe
Delirious.
he'll be helping him out and warding off the very imposing Vinnie the Pooh.
The T-Man Show.
Actress Christy Swanson, who fell for her married partner on Skating with Celebrities, has been busted on an assault charge. Her alleged victim, the ex-wife of her boyfriend and
Nice.
former ice partner from the show, Lloyd Eisler. The
Was
incident...
that them skating there that I missed, Terry?
Yes, you did.
I only get the audio version of this like everyone else out there. I don't get to see what you might have seen if you saw this on TV. Did you see this on TV, Terry?
Yeah, and I know. Yeah.
Aren't all these skaters gay?
No.
Huh.
No. It's a big misconception there.
Oh, well, I guess I'm just thrown off by the sequined outfit they wear, Terry.
That was a good performance, though.
Yeah, it was.
Is that right?
Well, that's because of the connection.
Well,
and
there was so much
fire.
passion there.
Yes.
It was legitimate, realistic passion between a woman, B-star celebrity at best, and a married man with kids.
Oh, yeah, pregnant wife at the time.
Oh, that's just extra lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's holding her up by the crotch like male partners do on the ice with their female partner. And locking eyes. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
The future was set with black eyes and altercations and bad blood.
Wife of her boyfriend and former ice partner from the show, Lloyd Eisler. The incident happened when Swanson and Eisler went to the home of his ex-wife to pick up his kids. A fight apparently erupted between the two women, although each claims to be the victim.
Of course.
Eisler's ex-wife, Marcia O'Brien, says she has a black eye as a result of the altercation. She filed a complaint with police. Swanson surrendered at a local police station and was charged with assault.
Okay.
But Swanson's publicist says Christie will be filing countercharges against O'Brien.
There you go. Best defense, good offense.
Over the dispute at the house in Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
The publicist says police took photos of bruises which Christie received.
All right, everyone was hurt. Anyway.
Yes.
Two ladies fighting over a skater.
Yeah.
And not even like a skateboarder, Terry.
No.
An ice skater.
Right.
He's my ice skater. No, he's my ice skater. And I have the kids to prove it.
Well, and so do I.
Mm-hmm. It's weird that women love ice skating. Might be the most.
Do they?
I mean, like maybe our mom's age. I don't know.
I don't know.
Somebody loves it because
somebody must love it. Yeah,
they sell a lot of tickets.
There's still some ice. Last I checked.
And the most watched thing in the Olympics.
Hell, man. Yeah. So uncomfortable. You don't even know what I'm talking about, Terry. I'm wearing the shirt for the first time. You know what I just noticed? I didn't even notice this. I got dressed this morning.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I did everything that I do on a typical morning. Went to the bathroom.
Oh, thanks.
Had some breakfast, Terry.
Ooh, tasty.
Had a nice bowl of this, that, and whatever.
Wow.
Come here.
That sounds good.
Sitting with you all for the past hour. Doing whatever needs to be done on the big show here, Terry.
Right.
I look down and I notice. You know what I notice about this shirt of mine? Do you like this shirt of mine?
I do.
Or is it a send back immediately, Terry?
No,
I never
like
try
it.
things on in the store. I don't have the time. It's too ADD like. Well, I do have tons of time, but I have no patience to try stuff on. I just know what I like and stick it in the bag.
Right, as most men.
Give it a whirl at home, and if I hate it when I get it home, I'll return it.
Sure.
Now, this one is just a disaster, and this is inexcusable.
Nice.
Well, I'll tell you why, and I do actually kind of like it. This was This was going to be a keeper.
All right.
They left the security tag still on it.
Oh, you mean the big
beige security thing.
Yeah.
I'm walking around with a security plastic thing on me, whatever this thing is.
It is.
Don't they know by now? Don't they have the learning curve down on that little stapler device that removes these tags?
But it's supposed to, if they leave one on, it's supposed to go off when you go out.
Well, that's good to know. Now I can stuff crap in my bag all later today when I have to go back with. I'm going to go back with this thing on. I'm going to be like, you forgot something.
Now you have an errand.
Nice. Yeah, now I have an extra errand. You would think at Nordstrom, Terry, they would have got the learning curve down by now.
You would
that they
think.
know to take off security tags when somebody buys something. Yeah. I'm sitting here like an idiot.
Well, but
you didn't notice it until just now?
No.
Well, I'm surprised the hungover college girl back on summer break didn't see that. That sold it to you.
Right.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, we were kind of just busy checking each other out.
Were ya?
Or maybe it was just more me.
Chit-chatting?
I don't know.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely have the learning curve down on how to hire hot girls.
Yeah, they do.
Gosh, it's just a nightmare.
Wow.
Thought maybe you left the
it's not
tags in. This is a
bothering
pretty
you,
serious
then.
deal.
Maybe nightmare's a little strong, Terry.
Well, yeah.
Right. It's like the tsunami.
I compare this with the tsunami, Terry. Or the hurricane in New
But
Orleans.
obviously, it's not
nightmare.
too bothersome.
Right.
It's just, for
Well,
some
it's-
reason, you noticed it, and now it's really becoming a nuisance.
First off, I must look like an idiot walking around with a security tag
I didn't notice
on my
it.
shirt.
I didn't even notice.
Luckily, all these security tags are usually beige, and that's
Right,
one of the colors on the shirt.
Yeah,
Right.
line it up as one of the stripes.
Mm-hmm.
There you
So
go.
it's perfect.
And
Usually they're pretty heavy, too. You didn't notice that the shirt was heavy when you put it on?
they're getting smaller, apparently.
Yeah. Is that one of the ink ones or one of
I
the...
don't know what the hell it is. Should I yank it off and find out?
No.
I've tried to, and it's literally impossible.
Yeah, there.
You have a
That's
better
why
shot
they-
of robbing a bank than you do getting that thing off.
That's why they have the little prongs to get it off.
Well, I am very disappointed in somebody.
Well, dang it.
I don't know.
Let's do something about it.
Let them have it when you go back.
Yeah.
It's good to know that you can walk out with these security tags on and nothing happens.
The beeper didn't go off?
No.
That is surprising.
It's not one of those things that I just noticed and didn't acknowledge. I ignored it. No.
Well, it was not
I didn't
noticeable.
run just by instinct, Terry. Nothing went off.
It was not noticeable.
What wasn't noticeable?
Your security tag. I didn't notice that it was on your shirt.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel so much better walking around with a security tag.
Just leave it on then.
Yeah.
Nobody notices.
Make it a fashion statement. Like everyone's keeping the stickers on their hats now, Terry.
Sure.
I'll just keep a new trend is going to be that you're going to ask the person at the register, "Hey, can you keep that security tag on? It's very big time."
Right.
Now, if you go to any store that has the security, you're going to go off.
Yeah. Oh, that is
That's
true.
what I should do today. Just walk in and out of stores. Say, "Hey, blame Nordstrom." Okay? You say, "Refuse to take my tag off."
There you go.
What else is going on in this world, Terry? What else is happening? Now I just can't think of anything else but the fact that I'm sitting here with a shirt with a security tag. Can I just get in my tank top?
If you really feel
I don't know if you can handle it, Terry.
Oh, maybe not. You're right. It might be a little too much for me. I might want to, jump across the console.
So I will suffer with this shirt with a stupid security tag on it.
Oh, thank you.
Good. Because I don't know if you're ready to see me in my wife beater, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know if I am either.
I'm making my wife.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Got an interesting story about CBS and Fox. Apparently, there is a new Trojan condom ad out, and they have refused to air it because...
CBS and NBC?
No, CBS and Fox.
CBS
NBC and
Fox.
ABC are going to be airing it later on this month, but only after 11:30.
NBC and ABC were like, yeah, whatever. But CBS and Fox are being a little tough on it.
Right, and you would think Fox, which is, a little bit...
More of the younger, hipper network organization.
Right.
But they're saying, hey, we agree with CBS, the older, crusty network, that this spot of Trojans is a little tutu.
A little tutu. Apparently the ad is something like this. A bunch of women at a bar where there's like real pigs there.
Oh, jeez.
And
I know the situation. I can visualize it pretty well.
Okay,
Terry.
well,
yes.
I'm just kind of setting
Welcome
it
to a
up.
bar, and there's a bunch of pigs in there, yes.
Yeah. One of these
I'm
oinkers...
like, oh, maybe I have a shot tonight. And then I leave really depressed.
Well, that's kind of the premise of the ad. One of the pigs tries to pick up one of the ladies at the bar.
Oh, the pigs are representing the guys?
Yes.
Oh, well,
Pigs
that's
are representing the guys.
No. That's not how I see it, Terry.
One of the pigs
But
decides...
whatever.
Well, listen...
I guess pig is a universal appeal to all the club scene goers.
Could be, yes.
To a woman, a pig could be a guy.
Right.
I can certainly understand that, but a lot of times guys have a moment where they have referred to women in the clubs as pigs.
Wow. Anyway, well, not in this moment. The
It
guys
has nothing to do with great or bad manners.
Just because I'm big doesn't mean I like big girls. Get away!
Piggy!
Do you want...
Do I want to know what? Do I want to know your silly little story?
Yes.
No, because I have a security tag on my shirt. And it's
Well,
making
then
it
let's go home and get it removed.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Talking about the drawers.
Okay.
Maybe that's why she left it on. She wanted you to come back. She was trying to hit on
her number's on the back of it.
Her phone number's on the back of it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a Stacy. 555.
Yes.
Okay. What were you saying, though, Terry?
There's definitely a Stacy that works there. Has to.
I hope so.
Well, we'll go back and find out today.
Stacy's are easy.
Oh, yeah. They're so cool.
Anyway, one of these pigs goes in and purchases a condom from the little machine and turns into a man.
Uh-huh.
To show that he's proper.
Uh-huh.
I guess.
So until you have a condom in your possession,
You're nothing but a pig.
You are a pig.
Correct.
And the girl...
Once you are in the possession of a condom... Then you're a gentleman. And that's too much for CBS and Fox.
Well, and the message at the end of the ad is, quote, evolve, use a condom every time.
Now, why should that be an issue with CBS and Fox? It sounds pretty like a whole lot of nothing to me.
Right. Well, CBS...
Oh, and then there's a big orgy.
Yeah.
And then she takes the pig home.
Oops. And then she does the pig in the parking lot.
Wow.
She's being slammed up against the gravel.
They didn't go that in-depth into the
I'm
commercial.
trying to figure out why CBS and Fox has a problem with a stupid ad. Something just a stupid ad to me.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. First of all, CBS says, they get the humor and everything, but they just don't find it appropriate for their network.
Maybe if I saw the ad, I'd be like, oh, that's really clever. But right now, the way you're describing it, but you have a tendency to do this, Terry?
Not be clever?
It just sounds like a stupid ad.
being next to you. I can't.
Oh, jeez. Wow, now you put me down?
No, I'm next to, not across from. Next to.
She's putting you down by yelling at you now.
She's putting you down.
Here, you be the clever one and describe everything. I get really tired of it.
She handed you the
obviously.
story there. Huh,
Go
Jen?
for it,
Would
Mr.
you like me to read it?
You gonna be the clever one?
Do it just because you're the consummate professional and can do it way better than me.
She wants to fight. She wants the Christy Swats in your eye.
You should be my manager.
You want to hit him with a security tag, Terry?
No, I just, hey, if he's much better at it, then
Thought we used to joke
for
around
it.
on the show, but I guess we don't anymore. People quit.
Terry, you can have ink exploding all over his face in no time.
Oh, yeah.
He
I'll
gets
be trying to favor.
I mean, I can't.
All right, easy.
There's no better way for me
Terry?
to just. I try to describe it short and sweet without
Terry,
getting you bored.
It's hard to describe what a commercial.
Right, I understand.
I could tell you about the greatest commercial I saw recently and try to describe it to you, and it wouldn't hold water. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So you were fighting a losing battle.
All right.
Why don't you just tell us? I'm sure the spot you're talking about is available on the internet, like everything is. I'm sure we can go to YouTube and see it, and then we can make our own judgments.
I don't know. According to my news source, I haven't seen it on YouTube, and they didn't give me a link.
Well, Pasty's just turned his computer around. He's watching it right now. He's showing it to us. Is that what that is? Pastela? Oh, geez.
Oh, man.
Pasty's working the phones.
I love it.
Oh, yeah, you got good stuff. Hey, don't worry. I have your number. What's wrong with his voice this morning? Pasty!
Oh, hold on. Yes, sir.
Pasty!
Yes, sir.
The spot that Terry was talking about, the commercial, were you able to watch it? Did you find it somewhere?
On YouTube, yes.
Yeah, it was on YouTube. Like everything in the world, Terry. It's on YouTube. That's all you got to say. Instead of sitting there describing it for us.
Sorry,
And it's on the front page of Trojan's website.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it shows the pig turning into a man.
All right.
Evolving.
So what's the bottom line here? Is CBS and Fox just being overdone here? Or
Yeah, I mean...
censoring?
A little bit. I mean...
You don't need to see that while watching Murder, She Wrote.
That's still on.
Still their number one show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are condom ads usually on TV?
I don't remember them. I know the condoms you buy in machines and bars are like French ticklers that are glow in the dark. They don't even have real ones.
Well, but like ABC and NBC, they're gonna air the ad, but after prime time.
I just hear and now read this story and hear what you told me about this ad. It seems pretty tame to me. I don't know what the big deal is. And then you watch CSI for an hour and they're talking about dead hookers and all kinds of drug storylines. I don't see what the big problem is.
That's all sex storylines on those shows.
Yeah,
that is true.
The first 5 minutes of every CSI, there's a dead hooker. They got to solve the crime.
I need to start watching that show.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
It's a parade of dead hookers
All right.
for an hour.
I'm in.
Is it just? It must be just the condom they have a problem with, not necessarily the content of the ad.
What's their problem?
Well, it is the whole
condom aspect.
Yes.
Why? I thought condoms are a good thing.
I understand. I agree.
About sex, man.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it here.
And also, according to NBC, it's not only the condom, but it's also liquor. The whole bar scene, promotion of liquor and sex.
But Bud Light can sponsor anything they want.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So.
Where's the consistency? Have they watched their own programs lately? Have they watched an episode of CSI? Have they? Answer me!
Apparently not.
Oh. Justin in Kent wants to speak on the air this morning. 1-866-663-T-Man. Go ahead, Justin.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How are you, Justin?
I'm doing pretty good.
What can I do for you, sir?
Actually, I was wondering if I could get Vinnie to do a show for me.
A show for you?
Well,
okay, you know what? Call his private line.
Yeah, a little.
He doesn't take these calls on the air. He doesn't want this image to get out there.
Okay, now I'm going to do this.
Hey, I brought my bodyguards. Hands off. What the hell is that call? What the hell is that call?
I have no idea.
I thought you told me you were going to keep those calls off the air.
I tried.
My God.
I did see him buying lotion and glitter the other day at the store.
That is dirty.
Did you see me with the red bow I had?
Mm-hmm. Dawn, you're on the air.
Hi, T-Man.
What's up, Dawn?
Hey, I heard about your security tag, and I'm sorry that you're wearing a security tag. I work for Nordstrom, and I'm sure that they would send somebody down to take that off for you.
Oh. All right. That's a deal. Send you.
Okay.
I want you to come down and take it off for me.
Yeah, I'm at the airport.
Well, sounds like you'd have to change your plan, doesn't it?
I don't know if I can do that.
For me, Dawn. It's for me. Come on.
It is, Dawn.
Yes. I'm really uncomfortable here. So, okay, I'll see you before the end of the show. Come down, take it off for me. Seeing that nice, Terry?
That is nice.
I speak about my major problems.
Yes.
And they're going to come down with that big security oversized stapler thingy.
They're known for their customer service.
Yeah, they are. Definitely.
Well, they should. This is ridiculous. Walking around like a moron. I have an easy enough time doing that on a regular basis. I don't need any help!
Hey, they don't forget to charge me when I go there.
Right.
Oh, man. People are calling in and say, I just put a magnet next to it, it'll come off.
Really?
Really?
I would think then there'd be a lot of people walking around department stores with big magnets.
Lucky for you, I have a big magnet in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. Oh, magnet. I don't know. And now people are saying if I put my shirt in the freezer, it'll come off. Everyone's got a home remedy. Then, if that was the case, people would be walking around department stores with big freezers.
Yes, they would.
Marcel in Oakland, you're saying if I put the shirt in the freezer for how long?
I'm not sure how long.
But then
basically, my ex-boyfriend, his roommate used to bring merchandise home.
Yeah.
And I opened up the freezer one time, and there was a whole bunch of shirts, and so I asked my ex, like, what's up with all the shirts in the freezer?
It gets the security tag off.
Yeah,
and then I'd have a big shirt popsicle I could eat later today, Terry. Put a stick in it, I could have a quick fast.
You can stick it in the dryer afterwards.
Oh, I understand. Yes, there are ways around thawing it out.
You don't have to wear it cold, T-Man. There are other ways around it.
It doesn't stay frozen?
Well,
It's unbelievable.
Marcel, I
Yeah.
appreciate your tips.
No problem.
And may I alter one of the letters in that word I used? I appreciate your tips, Marcel. Clark in Federal Way, what do you got?
I got better than a tip. You can get it off with a shoestring.
A shoestring.
What the?
Just have to go to the shoe department next time, Terry. Take all the merchandise I want.
A tennis shoe.
I just need to borrow these.
Tennis shoestring. You need a thicker shoestring.
Mm-hmm. How's that going to work?
Yeah.
You spin it around where they join together.
Right.
And then it'll separate it when you pull it tight.
Oh, no, man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a quickie. You know about that one, don't you?
Marcel knows from a good quickie.
That's Clark.
Thank you, Marcel.
No,
Clark.
Clark.
Oh, what did I say?
Because Marcel was the
Yeah,
call
Marcel.
before.
Oh, Marcel was the babe before.
Yeah.
Still on your mind, I think.
The nice tits. I mean, tips. Yeah. Michelle in San Jose. Let me welcome you, baby.
Hi.
How are you, Michelle?
Good. Oh my God, I've never been on.
Oh, that makes two of us. What can I do for you, Michelle? Nice to have you finally be able to get through. Is this your first time trying or your first time actually succeeding in getting on?
Succeeding getting on.
Oh, well, welcome. See? It's paid off for you to keep trying, and now you're going to dazzle us with your first ever phone call to the program.
Okay, I have a question to ask.
Oh, we don't take questions, but thanks for calling anyway. Let's move on. Oh, I'm just kidding, Michelle. Go ahead, yes. What can I do
Okay.
for you?
I'm with this guy for 6 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a baby together. And, like...
Of course. You've been together 6 years.
What?
3.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, he wants to get married, but I don't know if I want him to get married yet, because I'm only 20.
A guy that out of wedlock had a child with you is actually interested in marrying you now?
Yeah.
Terry, circle this day on the calendar.
Okay, hold on. let me-
Either Michelle is completely misled by some of the things this guy may have said the other night, or something very strange is occurring here.
What?
A guy who has impregnated a woman that he's been hanging out with now wants to marry her.
Wow.
No, I just mean, like he says that, because, like, we moved in already, and he said that it's about time we should just get married.
How old is your child that you have together?
She's a year.
And how old are all your other children?
He's 22, and I'm 20.
Yeah. How old are all your other kids, or what ages?
We only have one.
Oh! You only have one together. What about all your other kids?
No, we don't have other kids.
Oh! Wow. All right. So
There you go.
you're 20 and he's 22.
Yeah.
And you're saying that he says he wants to marry you. Has he proposed to you or not? The answer is no. Until he proposes to you, he doesn't want to marry you. He can talk until he's blue in the face about how his plans, his hopes, his dreams, his aspirations, whatever you want to tack onto that list, are to marry you. But until he proposes to you, even if he gives you like a ring whittled from a peach pit.
Wow.
As long as he sets a date, until that date is set and he's actually committed to that date, you're not getting married. What?
I have a promise ring from him.
You have a promise ring.
Promise
ring.
Yeah, you obviously don't know about the T-Man rule on promise rings. 99 times out of 100, they're just to get women off a guy's back. They're shut-up rings, as I call them, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
They're keep quiet and don't think about anything for a while rings.
Yeah.
They're just harder to market that way.
Promise rings.
That is true, Steve. That's a big sell there.
Promise ring is the biggest pile of bull crap that I've ever heard about in my life.
But yet, he's now coming to her saying, let's do this.
I promise to deceive you in the future. Mm-hmm.
So.
I promise to leave you heartbroken. That's if you really love me that much. Anyway, so you got a promise ring. Oh, I didn't know she had a promise ring, Terry.
Yeah, well.
They will be getting married. It's a guarantee now because she has a promise ring. He's guaranteed that he will marry her because he gave her a promise ring. I love talking like that.
When did you get it? Right when the baby came?
No.
Yeah, we were.
And first of all, you're only 20 years old,
Yeah.
Michelle. And even though you have more responsibilities than the average 20-year-old without a child, there are still a lot of opportunities that you have in the future, I believe, that would actually get narrowed if you decide to get married in a situation where you're truly not prepared at this time in your life to be getting married. Now, is that the opposite of the way you feel? Your hopes, your dreams, you're crossing your fingers until the day it actually happens? You're so dying to marry this guy, or what?
I'm thinking, like, since we've been together for so long, it's either we get married or we just don't be together.
Well, why does it have to be so cut and dry?
Because why am I going to waste my time with him?
Well, because you have a child together. That's why you might want to waste time with a guy that may not be your ultimate future as far as the man of your dreams. Even if he's not the man of your dreams, you still have responsibilities that will never, ties that will never be severed with this guy. You realize that? So there's the answer as to why you're wasting your time with him. All right? Doesn't mean you can't be out there looking. Just because you have a never-ending bond with this guy, an unbreakable tie to this guy, doesn't mean you shouldn't be out there looking to see what else is out there. You absolutely have that right to do that. Your soulmate can be right around the corner right now, and if you're not actively looking, you may not be able to spot him. Now, I hope this soulmate that I speak of actually is a few years away so you can mature as a woman.
Mm-hmm. How do you know there's your soulmate, though?
Well, that's a great question, because I'm not this mystical guy who believes in one soulmate and only one, Terry, because that'd be a shame if you only had one soulmate, and right now that person for me was in Istanbul. No, you find a nice person, and you call that person your soulmate, all right?
She works.
Someone you really get along with, and you're happy with, and they fill gaps, and you have gaps, and they fill them for you, and they have gaps, and you fill them for them, and together you become more complete people. All right? So what I'm saying is find someone just as idiotic as you and settle down.
Sounds like...
Oh.
All right?
Okay. I have another question.
She's like, okay, I'll marry him.
Yeah. Sounds good. You don't need your soulmate to procreate, by the way.
If he Michelle, if this guy actually legitimately proposes, you're so ready to say, absolutely, yes, I do, whatever needs to be said at that very second, or what?
Yeah.
You are. Okay. That's what I thought. And he knows that, which is why he's throwing her a little trail so she follows along, and he keeps her in good standing, Terry. He doesn't want to make problems for himself more than there has to be.
Right.
So he's telling her all the things, and she kind of senses right now she's being strung along, which is why she's saying, I don't want to waste time with him. Because she senses that she's getting a whole line of crap from a guy who's fooled her maybe once or twice before.
Ooh.
Michelle? You don't sound like a dumb woman. Confirm for me that you're not a dumb woman.
Okay.
Say, T-Man, I'm not a dumb woman. I'm a smart woman. You're not saying anything, Michelle. This is your time to say as I asked, T-Man, I am not a dumb woman. I am, in fact, a very bright woman.
You can't be talking about
And very bright women, believe it or not, can be just as easily fooled by a very shrewd guy as much as the next woman. Say all that to me. Repeat it back.
No, I don't say it.
I don't blame you. I don't think anyone could. But hopefully it sunk in. Michelle, I don't want you to be strung on too long by this guy.
That's the thing.
So if the signs are as we both suspect they are, well, give him the benefit of the doubt for like another couple hours, and then start looking little by little. I'm not saying you have to jump into the single world with both feet. Stick a toe in. All right?
I don't want to go look, though. That's the thing.
Well, just maybe for someone like you and for most women, you don't necessarily have to be actively looking. You just have to have that look that you're open for all comers.
Favorite look.
All right, Michelle, you know that look I'm talking about that lets all comers know that you're available? Well, that's
even if I am with him right now, I still get people that's trying to get my number, so it's like...
Okay,
you know?
well, then you're off to a good start. Michelle, are you in love with this guy that you're hoping, you really believe you're absolutely 100% truly in love with this guy that you're hoping one day will actually legitimately pop the question?
I mean, I love him, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life with him because it's like...
But you just said a second ago.
a long time.
You just said a second ago that if he says, like, in the next 5 minutes, will you marry me, and actually gets on a knee, gives you a ring, all that other, formal crap, you will absolutely say yes without even thinking about it. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Then why are you saying you don't feel like you want to spend the rest of your life with him? Because marriage is not a lifetime to you?
Yeah, think about going turning gray with him and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That sucks.
Yes, no one wants to get gray. All right, we have a nice prize package for you that includes some really good hairdresser non-graying. What do they call that crap, Terry?
Hair color?
Yeah, hair color.
All right.
Hang on, Michelle.
I want to date with Pasty Dave. He's a single guy.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe he's your soulmate.
Oh, yeah.
You may not want somebody with the child, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Pasty Dave.
That's a great point.
So you feel like you're that much of a catch that you've ruled out all women that have children? You would not date a single mom?
Every one of them. All off the list.
Wow. You know what?
Wow.
That's a real nasty thing to say.
Oh, man.
What if Jessica Alba had a kid?
Yeah.
What if that you think a guy who hasn't had sex, you think you're so big time that you will not even consider the prospect of a woman who has a child?
Are you saying marry a woman, or are you saying talk to a woman and hang out with a woman?
You wouldn't even hang out with them.
Yeah, whatever you do.
Mm-hmm. Because if you hang out with them, you may fall in love with them. And if you fall in love with them, you may have to marry them, right?
I wouldn't hang out with somebody that I couldn't see myself falling in love with. So,
So there you go. So why are you even wondering? Why are you even having me pinned down to ask me if I'm saying hang out or marry them? I know the answer's both.
No damaged goods for Pasty Dave.
What a bratty little comment.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. He's like a real old school, old-fashioned kind of guy.
That is definitely
Doesn't have his mind open.
Right.
Wants his own kids.
I mean, it's not like he's not comfortable bringing home a single mom
And
to mom and dad.
It almost suggests that he's that big time that he shouldn't lower himself to be dating a woman who has already got a child.
Some guys know they can't look at the kid and not think about the other guy. It's tough to get over.
Mm-hmm. Well, you tell us the reason why you've ruled out all. So you basically, whether you acknowledge it or not, you've ruled out all women. Because we've been working with you a long time, and we don't know of anyone you've even hung out with.
Well,
I've ruled out all single moms and all non-moms.
Right.
All women who could become moms.
Mm-hmm.
No, if I'm going to find somebody that I want to start.
Are you
talking
speaking into the microphone because I can't hear you?
Well, if I'm going to find somebody that I want to start talking
Much
to,
better.
it's going to be somebody that I want to know that I could start a family with myself. And
Okay, and when did this day come in that you start talking to women?
Oh, I have no idea when that day will actually
He
come.
doesn't
But
have a date set for that.
we'll see. We'll see.
Just relieves even another area of pressure that he's ruled out another certain group of women, Terry.
Yeah.
But the older you get, the chances are somebody may have a child.
You are correct on that.
Yeah.
No, because the older a man gets, the younger he wants his women to be.
Yeah.
No argument there either.
At 25, he liked them at 23. At 35, he likes them at 18.
Oh,
Wait till
wow.
45.
How old are you now, Pasty?
I'm 30.
You're 30.
Good luck.
So at 30, he likes them at 20. At 35, he'll like them at 18, Terry.
Uh-oh.
At 40,
Don't ask.
they'll be reading them as rights.
The T-Man Show.
It was a Father's Day mob scene as Ma and Pa Hilton pay Paris a visit in jail.
She's doing well. Doing very well.
You wrote a nice Father's Day card.
Oh, yes. Paris made her daddy a nice Father's Day card using the prison materials, Terry.
Oh, good.
You know, little butts and, I don't know what kind of arts and crafts stuff she was able to put together, but she worked hard on it.
Good.
She had a little time on her hands, and she put some effort into it, and her dad seemed pleased.
Good.
Glued some macaroni onto something.
Yes.
Made him a license plate.
Doing very well.
You wrote a nice Father's Day card.
Yes, I don't know. Her father's still trying to figure out why she called him the Sunshine State, but it doesn't matter, Terry.
Rick and Kathy Hilton told Extra things are looking up for their hard time doing Eris.
Oh. She is doing as well as she can.
She was complaining that it was cold in there.
Yes, she is cold. She's got her hands like tucked. I thought she broke her arm.
Oh, she's cold.
Oh.
They need to raise the heat for Paris, Terry. She's got her hands tucked under her shirt. Maybe she was feeling herself up.
Wow. She's warming herself up that way.
Her mother was worried at first. She thought she had broken her arm because she had a sling-like arm posture, Terry.
Right.
But she was just cold. It gets cold in there.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Sister Nikki also spent a little time with Paris over the weekend. One person who hasn't been to the pokey, BFF Nicole Richie, who tried to make excuses on Jimmy Kimmel.
Ow! You're best friends, but you haven't visited her?
Well, she only gets
You haven't visited her? He's still in the air.
He is.
Anyone watching Jimmy Kimmel?
I TiVo it all the time.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
Your best...
You TiVo it, but do you watch it?
I slam through the monologue and then see if
You're best friends, but you haven't visited her?
Well, she only gets like one visiting day a week.
Right. I think she gets 2, by the way.
Oh.
And I'm not even her best friend.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel calling her on the carpet. Everyone pretty much has known that they haven't been best friends for a while. What the hell is he talking about?
I know. It's kind of surprising.
Well,
I know
she said on the show, I'm her best friend.
Mm-hmm. He's defending Jimmy Kimmel.
That's why he's asking.
How you gonna? What's your defense for Jimmy Kimmel making visit 9-syllable word?
I have nothing.
I didn't think so.
One person who hasn't been to the pokey, BFF Nicole Richie, who tried to make excuses on Jimmy Kimmel.
You're best friends, but you haven't visited her?
Well, she only gets like one visiting day a week.
Right. I think she gets 2, by the way. And I'm not even her best friend.
Nicole better hurry. Paris is expecting.
But what, Stan?
We hear stories every day of people visiting her. Visiting her. So I don't know where it's just one day a week. Doesn't seem to make much sense.
Right.
Well, that's what Jimmy Kimmel was calling her out on.
I don't think she wants to go.
She doesn't want to go, and he knows better, and that's why he's saying you're lying. She gets probably at least 2, and you can be one of the people on the list.
Right.
So don't lie to me, little skinny rodent.
And she looks skinnier than ever.
Is she pregnant? Is she pregnant?
Nicole better hurry. Paris is expected to be released June 25th. And stars like Jerry Springer are already throwing out suggestions on how to rebuild her tattered image.
I think she should change her name to London or Holiday Inn.
Vivica A.
Let me tell you something. Who's writing that tremendous comedy material, Terry? Let me tell you. Jerry Springer is a funny guy.
He is.
After all this, we only have less than a week of her in prison?
First of all, you don't have to worry about Paris's image when she gets out of jail. She's going to be bigger than ever. She's going to be more followed than any celebrity, all of them combined, Terry.
I know. You're probably right. Yeah.
The demand on information on Paris has only gone through the roof.
She'll drive drunk on June 26th.
Her tattered image.
I think she should change her name to London or Holiday Inn.
Vivica A. Fox, who was recently busted for DUI herself, told us it's all about taking responsibility.
If you mess up, woman up and say, hey, I messed up. She just got to keep a good attitude about it and just be smarter.
Wait a minute.
Make better decisions.
She did not say woman up, did she?
She did.
She did not take a cliche. Cliches become cliches for a reason, Terry, because they're just comforting in the fact that they've been used so much and they make so much sense that that's just the way you go with it. She's not taking a cliche like that and altering it to suit her gender, is she? Because the phrase is not woman up.
I understand.
The phrase is man up.
Right.
That's man up for a reason. Who does Vivica A. Fox think she is that she can change that expression to woman up? She's got a woman. She doesn't even, laugh when she says that, knowing she said something really ridiculous. If there was a little chuckle or laugh at the end of her saying woman up, I'd be like, oh, okay, she gets it. She knows she's making something sound stupid that is a real cool or important expression.
Right.
But she doesn't do that.
No.
Woman up.
She went straight woman up.
Well, if men can up, why can't women up?
It's not the term, though. It sounds
That's
stupid.
not the expression. It sounds stupid.
Like WNBA are playing woman-to-woman defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's the dumbest thing ever. Woman-to-woman defense.
Is that what they say?
Yes, they do in the WNBA.
Well, but
they play. It's not man-to-man defense or zone defense. It's woman-to-woman defense.
That is over the top with unnecessary going out of your way to just bring attention to something that would have just been completely glossed over, like a simple expression like that. If she would have just said what she had to say, Vivica A. Fox is actually saying something of worth there.
Right.
Jerry Springer just sounded like an idiot. Vivica A. Fox is actually saying something of merit, but she has to completely ruin it by saying she must woman up. It's man up! Please! Nauseating! Shut up!
But in the...
You're dying to say something.
I am, because...
Hold on, wait, 1 second. Let me scoot the soapbox over here. Okay, there you go.
But I understand what you're saying with the Vivica A. Fox thing, but with the WNBA, it's kind of... It makes more sense because they are women.
Woman-to-woman defense?
Yeah.
It just sounds silly.
It does,
some
but...
things, if they just sound silly, don't say it.
I understand,
Don't
but
go out of
if
your
that's
way.
a defense, what do you say? Person to person?
Man-to-man defense!
But they're not
It's a type
men.
of defense. But it doesn't suggest they're men if they play man-to-man defense.
I understand that too, but
Say
I'm just
all-
saying that it just, it makes more sense to me in, like, if you're playing that sport because it is women playing, it is the WNBA.
For all mankind, yes.
Yeah, right. It's like playing a little game of hangman. Oh, it's got to be hang woman. I don't want to hang a man.
Equal time.
That's right.
For hangings.
No, they don't want that, though.
Unbelievable. So sad it's pathetic. Vivica A. Fox just ruined all the advice that it was actually sound advice that she had for Paris by sounding stupid and saying she's got to woman up. Woman up.
Jeez.
Woman up right here.
Oh,
wow.
And then down.
Then woman down. Silly. Just silly. Who are you trying to impress with your woman up statements?
Vivica A. Fox, who was recently busted for DUI herself,
I got to hear this again. I can't believe she said woman up.
told us it's all about taking responsibility.
Did she say she's got a woman up, Terry?
She did.
Are you happy she said she's got a woman up?
It's true. She's not a...
She's got a woman up.
Just a little bit of a twist.
Paris has to realize she has to woman up. Shut up!
Just a little twist.
I'll give her a little twist, Terry.
That's all it is.
I'm going to man up and give her a little twist.
Well, she's been manning up all these years with her behavior, so now it's time to be a woman, I guess.
I guess so.
The bottom line is the expression man up or not?
No,
Of course it is.
We
It's not
understand.
woman up.
Okay? Do you acknowledge the expression is man up?
I did.
Okay.
But she's just, funny little
Does it
twist.
sound silly to say woman up, yes or no? You're not
Kinda, but-
answering.
Well, I understand where she's going. so
Stupid.
If you mess up, woman up and say, hey, I messed up. She just got to get it.
Woman up? Woman up.
Say hey.
Say hey, yeah, she's all over it.
She's ripping you off now, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say hey.
People never say hey.
I hope that's the first and last time I ever hear anyone say, she's got a woman up and blah, 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 blah.
That makes more
Woman
sense.
up.
The blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Makes a
That's
hell of
good
a lot more
advice.
sense than woman up. And I'm not sexist, Terry, by any means. I, as a matter of fact, am one who admires women. I'm going to be voting
always
for Hillary
said.
Clinton, as I've put on record, Terry, because when it comes down to any task that I have to do, I'd give it to a smart woman over a smart man any day.
You've always said that. I understand.
This is not a knock on genders. I'm just saying don't be stupid and sound stupid by going out of your way to, like, impress whoever by saying woman up. Woman up. Just nauseating. I can't get over it, Terry. I'm ready to move on, and yet I can't.
Just,
woman up.
no big deal.
Why is it bothering me so
I
much?
don't know.
Because it's pathetic.
Just when you thought the dumbest thing you ever heard was from Jerry Springer, then you hear that. Who'd have thought?
Hey, I messed up. She just got to keep a good attitude about it and just be smarter.
You mean woman up.
Well, there you go. Now you know what it means.
There you are.
Told us it's all about taking responsibility.
If you mess up, woman up and say, hey, I messed up.
You are, like, so irritated.
So silly. Change the subject, please.
Oh.
I could talk about this all day.
I could change the subject with plenty
Come
of
on, woman
stuff
up,
here.
Terry.
Oh, woman up. How about this?
Yes.
A story out of Maryland where police
Woman up.
made 6 arrests after a brawl between 2 rival gay and lesbian gangs. That's interesting.
Talk about woman up.
I guess so. Happened in Prince George County, Maryland.
No, they'll be the first to admit they manned up.
Yeah, and then some.
And they do that all the time. Huh? Anyway.
6 teenagers were involved in a big old brawl.
Right.
One 15-year-old boy, they haven't released his name, was stabbed 4 times by a 19-year-old lesbian who was in the rival gang.
Very exciting.
He was also hit with in the head with a stiletto heel that was worn by an 18-year-old boy.
Sure.
Who was wearing it probably at the time.
And what did you say? These were rival gay gangs?
Yes.
Right.
Gay and lesbian gangs. Yes. Mm-hmm.
There was the big gay and lesbian rumble.
I guess so. Just goes to show you that, they can rumble and rumble hard.
Wow. Apparently so.
They had 4 other gang members were also arrested. And they're still kind of figuring out things on who to press charges against, so on and so forth.
What are the names of these gangs, these gay and lesbian gangs, Terry?
They actually didn't give
The Infected Bloods? Oh, just playing you nut. I mean, I don't know if Jerry was spraying right in my material.
No, I understand.
He needs to stop hanging around people that tell him he's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why does he think he's funny?
Well, I mean...
Know when you're funny.
Okay.
All right? Sometimes I know I'm funny, sometimes I know I'm not.
Got it.
I know I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to be funny when someone uses an expression like woman up.
My wife hasn't laughed at me in 3 years, so I think those days are over.
Yeah, wives are the last people to think you're funny.
Yeah.
I don't even bother trying to make my wife laugh.
Worst audience ever.
I just try to spend my day getting my wife not to yell at me.
Wow.
I'm not worried about trying to make you laugh.
Yeah. Futile effort.
All right, I figured out the best way for you to not yell at me is for me to leave for the next 10 hours. Okay.
That's nice.
So I will man up and get in my car and go wherever.
There you go.
Man up. Right to Nordstrom to buy a new shirt.
Before you woman up and punch me in the face.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
What else? What else has gone on?
Got a story out of Illinois where 2 gentlemen got in a fight over beer, over Miller High Life and King Cobra malt liquor.
It's about time we figured out which is the ruler of all beers. And we don't just have these little on-air advertisements pretending like they're trying to figure out what's going on. You have gay, lesbian brawls.
Right.
It's time for the beer wars, Terry.
Apparently
come to an end.
Apparently one gentleman stabbed his friend because he brought back the wrong beer. He asked
Sounds
for
about
the
right.
Miller High Life and got the King Cobra malt liquor instead.
Lucky he only got stabbed. Through the heart? Is that where he got stabbed, Terry? No. These would be the proper places to stab when you're brought the wrong beer.
Yeah.
And is this person kind of being looked for by the authorities, or everyone seems to see it justifiable? What?
Well, no, he was arrested.
Oh,
the man
I see.
was
Yes.
arrested for felony aggravated battery. He's
That is
still
the
in jail.
downside to getting pissed off about being brought the wrong beer. Mm-hmm.
Right. The gentleman that was stabbed is still recovering in the hospital.
Ah.
I'll never make a mistake again. Though.
Never make that mistake again. Should have womaned up.
Wow.
I mean, I get why you bought the King Cobra. You want to maximize your dollar.
Of course.
Takes a lot of Miller High Life to get drunk.
Although, look how livid you guys got with the mustard situation.
Yeah.
That's different.
Oh, is it?
For anyone who understands, anyone who's bright enough to understand, there's a big difference in the mustard area. But anyway.
Wow. All right.
Not bright enough, I guess.
It's only lucky that we don't have sharpened cutlery around the studio here, Terry. That's all I can say.
The T-Man Show.
Get Eric Flowers! This is inexcusable, Terry. Terry, I'm not a man with high expectations, am I? I always expect the worst.
Right?
All right, I'm not a man that's difficult to please, am I?
No,
Tell me if I am.
well-
Tell me, when it comes to the grand scheme of things, am I difficult to please, high expectation kind of guy? If I am, tell me I am. Is the answer yes or no?
No, I don't think so.
I am.
I think you just...
I don't ask for much.
No, you don't.
I come
you want
in,
simple things.
I do my thing here. No bing, bang, boom, big production about it. I go home. I wish everyone a nice day. Come back the next day, and I try my hardest to make everyone happy, Terry.
Right.
All right? I say whatever comes to my mind. That's the way the show works. part that I take for granted is that the show will work as far as from a technical standpoint.
Right.
Well, and I gave him a 15-minute grace period on this, Terry. And 15 minutes of a grace period is ridiculous in and of itself.
Okay.
We've been off the air now in Seattle. We're fine in the Bay Area, but we're off the air up in Seattle on the Seattle radio station known as KUBE 93 for a half hour now, Terry.
Wow.
All right. You have dead air for 5 seconds. Radio stations go crazy.
Yes.
We've been off the air for a half hour.
Like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So like
the phone lines
20
are going.
hours.
The phone lines are going crazy with people calling saying, "I can't hear your station. I can't hear your station." Right. We know you can't hear our station, and no one around here seems able to fix it. You know how ridiculous it is for a major station, the biggest station in Seattle, one of the biggest stations in the country, by the way, one of the most stations with notoriety in the country.
Right.
To have any dead air, period, not to mention being off the air for 30 minutes.
Yeah, no.
And no one knowing what the hell's going on around here. You flip around the dial to hear a radio station just off the air. You know how rare that is?
No, I do.
Every college station in America is on right now, and our 50,000-watt radio station up in Seattle cannot get itself on the air? Is that what's happening? Get me flowers on the phone right now!
You just want to be heard.
Terry, all I ask is to be heard.
That's it.
All
Simple.
right? I will,
part of the deal.
I promise not to stop talking. That's the agreement I made with them.
Right.
And they promise me that when I'm sitting here in front of the microphone that I'll be able to be heard. And that's the agreement. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for a buffet breakfast every morning,
No,
Terry.
you don't.
You should.
I don't ask for anything.
I ask for it, never get it.
Yeah,
I ask for you to stay out of my way, and it'll be wonderful. I'll talk to the mic, and you'll make the mic do its magic as far as putting it out there on the airways. Well, I'm holding up my end of the bargain. But for 30 minutes, all I have on these phone lines, and I was ignoring them for a long time, Terry, giving them a grace period that they didn't deserve because no 50,000-watt radio station that I've ever heard of has been off the air for this long.
Right.
Okay? No major market radio station, biggest radio station in its market, is off the air this long. It doesn't happen.
Did we have an earthquake or a natural disaster I missed or anything like that? I mean,
they're the ones losing money. They should be screaming louder than I am.
Right.
All right?
I hear you.
We're playing the commercial spots when they're scheduled to be played, and they got to refund all that money. And you know they're not going to be happy about that.
Yeah.
So somebody better figure something out. And I'm doing radio brilliance here! No, really.
See?
We're making radio magic happen, Terry!
I know.
And all these calls that we're being flooded from, the ones that are coming in from the Northwest, Terry, are just saying, "Hey, I can't hear you guys. What's going on?" People panic. People get in a panic, Terry.
Right.
Want an example? I'll just punch up some of these lines that are ringing. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
I wanted to talk to you about Lindsay.
Oh.
You sound great, T-Man.
Yeah, I want to talk to the T-Man.
Okay, hang on. See the panic I'm telling you about, Terry? You're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah.
Who's this?
It's T-Man.
Huh?
It's T-Man.
I can't hear you.
It's T-Man.
Uh-oh.
Huda?
Oh, Jesus. They can't even hear me on the phone lines now?
what's the number you called?
It's Huda. What do you want? What do you want? Why did you call this number, sir?
Is this T-Man show?
Yes. Why did you call?
What's your attitude problem, dude?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not funny, I guess, but
I'm trying to breathe for you.
Mm-hmm.
I really am.
You're on the air. This is not the example I was looking for, Terry.
I understand.
People are just crazed. They must be so just delirious they don't even know what's going on. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, I was just calling. I'm actually calling from Nordstrom in response to a sensor tag that was left on a shirt.
Yes.
And I wanted to find out what the shirt was so that we could send somebody over with a replacement so that T-Man doesn't have to wear the shirt all day with a tag on it.
This is really not my biggest problem right now.
It used to be, though. Remember the good old days?
It was the good old days of an hour ago?
When you could hear, I mean...
When this was my biggest problem?
Yeah, it was your biggest problem then.
Okay, well, I was just curious.
That's very nice of you. It's very nice of you. I'll probably be going down to this. I'll do it myself. I'm not looking for any special treatment.
Right.
Okay.
And I will
just
go
hope
down.
you don't get tackled.
I'm just telling you this. I will be going down with a shirt that I'm not in possession of the receipt right now. So when I go down there with this shirt that has the security tag still on it because somebody at the register forgot to remove it, and I never noticed it until just about an hour ago, I hope they don't ask me for a receipt because I don't have one. They better not accuse me. They better not accuse me of stealing this thing. I'll tell you that.
Excuse me, sir. Assume the position.
You won't run into that problem.
All right, so there you go. Anyone who's ever stolen anything should go into today.
Right.
It's Amnesty Day.
Mm-hmm. You're on the air.
I'm on the air?
Yeah. Well, not really, but yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Actually, I should change that. You're not really on the air. What can I do for you?
Hey, I was just wondering, man, because I'm a car salesman, and the lot is just dead and that they moved me to, man. I was wondering if I could say something about it on the air.
All right, you know what? I guess there isn't the panic that I thought there was, because I'm looking at all these calls calling in, and I thought they would be one after the other saying, hey, you guys know you're off the air, and I'm not feeling that so far.
Okay.
You're on the air, so to speak. Hello. Maybe we're back on. We back on?
I don't know.
Hello?
Yeah, I was trying to find out what happened to the radio station.
Ah, there it is.
Guess we're not back on.
I don't know, dude. Your guess is as good as mine.
Would you mind coming on down and maybe you can fix it?
Yeah, you got any tools?
Yeah, your dad's got a killer set of tools.
You guys don't know when you're going to get it back on?
Bring some duct tape.
Actually, that's a great question. The question was, do you have any idea as to when you guys may be back on the air?
We'd love to know.
Honestly, it could be a long time.
He could probably answer it sooner than we could.
Yeah, you let us.
My job hard and long.
You let us know. Hard long. You let us know when we're back on. We'll wait to hear from you.
Is it only in Seattle you're out?
Yeah, only in Seattle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Bay Area's loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucky them.
Lucky them. That's right. Man, you take for granted that your radio station will be on the air! I don't think I've ever been out there, flipping around the dial in my car, wanting to hear whatever station I was interested in hearing, and then not having them on the air for a half hour, Terry.
Right.
Where now it's going on 45 minutes.
Wow.
I mean, 30 seconds you've heard. I mean, that happens.
Well, that's like user board operator error. Yeah, sometimes you hear like a 7-second or a 10-second little time spot where they think they have a commercial on, but they have the pod down or something, and then 30 seconds later, when the next spot kicks in, you hear them back on the air. But this is not what we're dealing with here.
Right. I've seen overnight board ops sleeping on the board at 5 a.m. and the needle's dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really what we're talking about. Wake up, dude! You're off the air.
No, it's not that.
The goes scratchy sometimes, a little sunspot or something, but...
The program director, yeah, that's what it is, the sunspot. It's global warming. The program director of this highly esteemed radio station that can be heard nowhere has joined us on the phone line, Terry.
Oh, goody.
Live from bed.
And we're just trying to promote Summer Jam. That's all we're trying to do.
We're just lucky this happened after 8 a.m., Terry, so he can be on the phone with us. Otherwise, he'd be in stage 5 slave.
Does he get a talent fee for being live from bed?
No, I don't. I'm as pissed as anybody. Pissed as all hell. I can't believe this crap.
What is being done about it, though? I mean,
they got an engineer driving up to the mountain right now. Trying to
the mountain.
The mountain.
Over to Grandma's house.
Over the river and through the woods?
Yeah, over the river through the woods. They said there's been a huge power outage. It frickin' hit a banana tree or whatever the hell and screwed up our transmitter.
Radio station that's worth about 50-some-odd million. They're having one guy run over there with his tools.
They got one guy there. They got one guy at the station trying to retrieve it and get it going from a remote, and then they got another guy stuck in traffic trying to get to the damn mountain.
No, this never happened when Mike Tierney was program director.
Oh.
I don't ever remember the station being off the air for about an hour when Mike Tierney was program director.
I'm with you. I'm as pissed as piss can be.
I don't know of any.
So mad.
I've been in radio for a minute, Terry, and I don't know if this wouldn't happen in a while with Jazzy running the show.
No, in fact, I got laughed at by Ann Jizzle.
I don't think, to my knowledge, and I said I've been in radio for a minute, Terry.
About a minute.
I don't think this has happened at any station that I've ever heard of being off the air for an hour, Flowers, unless there was some unbelievable natural disaster. Like maybe even in New Orleans, Terry, they kept their radio stations up and running for the most part.
Help people.
I'm as pissed as you. I've been yelling and screaming at engineers all morning long.
Mm-hmm.
Even before
I'm fired up as all hell.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't believe it. Mediocrity at its finest.
Oh, this is called mediocrity?
It's not even that.
This is mediocrity. I wonder what happens when we sink below mediocrity, Terry.
They light the host on fire. And you have to sit there for a half hour and
He's
burn
calling
it.
this mediocrity.
This is mediocre to be off the air.
This is middle of the road.
Wow, what is the pit there? What is the end all?
What happens in the afternoon?
What happens when we hit rock bottom?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're there.
No, you just called it mediocrity.
I bet his show's on the air tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm so pissed.
yeah.
I'm not even using the right word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so fired up. I can't believe we've been off the air for, 40 minutes now?
All right.
It's like unbelievable.
It'll just be the corporate executives from, where are they based, Terry? With Clear Channel, San Antonio, Terry?
Yes.
That are gonna want I'm sure going to want a little conference call where maybe you don't want to throw terms out like, oh, this mediocrity has to end. I think you may want to rethink your wording on the way you're going to characterize the
Fine,
situation.
rock bottom, whatever you want to call it, the worst of worst.
I would say a radio station not being able to be on the air would be a rock bottom moment. But that's just me. That's just my own warped interpretation.
Well, that is warped.
Oh,
I believe you. I'm 100% with you. It's pissing me off. The no ends of the earth.
So has it gotten you out of bed? Have you taken off your feety pajamas and started driving into the station, or no?
I'm already here.
Maybe
I'm at the station.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you going to do?
Did you bring your socket wrench? What do you have on you?
I got every kind of wrench in my damn truck. I'm about ready to drive up to the damn transmitter set myself.
So it's a transmitter issue? What happened? There's a butterfly on it, or what?
Is it a banana tree?
Yeah.
Banana tree.
Have they diagnosed the problem?
There's a big power surge that hit the transmitter set.
Whatever. Are the other stations down the hall on the air? Is the sports
they
radio?
are.
Well, put us on there. Put us on the AM. They won't miss them there. I'll talk to the linebacker coach for Bethune-Cookman.
Wow, that's not a bad idea.
Man.
So are there transmitters on different sites or something?
Yeah.
I thought
you got all these listeners.
They said they have an issue with the transmitter and the backup transmitter. I don't know how many more backups we should have.
This is how you treat the listeners that made you the highest rated station in the Seattle area. They flipped their knobs this morning expecting to hear what they take for granted, and you're telling them that a butterfly knocked over the transmitter?
I didn't say butterfly.
Oh, he's making jokes, Terry.
Yeah.
Oh, power surge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not in a joking mood.
Power surge. Get one of those little strips or whatever you go. Power surge protector. A surge protector.
Plug it into the mountain.
Surge. Yeah. There should be backup plans. There should be all kinds.
They do. Their backup plan isn't working.
Backup plan had a power surge.
The damn backup transmitter's off too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people in the chat room want you to go over to the sports station to take over.
Well, the sports station is working down the hall. We'll just go over and take over there. I'm not doing it.
Excuse me.
That's a different transmitter. That's a different whole site.
They were getting on me a little bit when I was complaining that the after show had technical problems.
Right.
Oh, T-Minutes is new to us. Allow us to get the kinks out. Now the entire show can't get on the air.
Man.
That's all you wanted.
Tomorrow you're going to show up and the building just got rolled away somehow. Oh, it's not here anymore. Yeah, it's weird.
Well, the engineers are working on it. Apparently not working on it.
That's good to know. Mm-hmm.
I've been calling them every 5 minutes.
And what updates are you getting?
Bother them.
And they can't seem to even get to the damn site because they're stuck in traffic.
Halfway through this donut, then I'll get working on it.
Yeah, and I'm stuck in
Stop
traffic.
Turn the screwdriver with frosting on your fingers.
They said they don't eat donuts anymore. I've already asked them.
All right, well, it's time for a commercial break.
Uh-oh.
Can you push that back?
Oh, he wants me to push back commercial breaks now, Terry. Well, these are when the commercial breaks are scheduled to be played.
We always follow the clock, Eric.
Yeah, because when we don't follow the clock and we run over.
Well, I know every commercial costs at least $500 a minute for this program, Terry.
Ouch.
This is the real revenue-generating portion of your broadcast day.
Right.
And going to be, I guess, a couple of refunds being doled out, right?
All right, well, I'm going to go back and light some fires.
One right in my crotch.
Weird guy, Terry. Is he handling it appropriately? Is there anything he could do that would make it appropriate?
I mean, really.
He's serious about it, but he just doesn't sound like it.
He does not. Yeah, but
the fact that he
in
was
his
willing to come
defense,
on with us.
yes. In his defense, he's doing as much as he can. I mean,
his hands are tied. He can't do it.
Really, you have to depend on the engineers and.
I'm gonna light some fires. The hell does that mean?
He's mad as hell, but he doesn't sound like it.
Lit.
And a damn helicopter, whatever the hell.
What?
At the University of Hartford, our college radio station never went off the air this long. Ever. All right? That's all I wanted to let you know. That's all I want to leave you with. WSAM. When we were on the SAM.
On the SAM.
It was never off the air for an hour. That's what I'll leave you with. That's the parting thought.
No. My high school station wasn't off this long.
Okay. He always has to one-up you.
I know.
Just trying to make a point.
You shouldn't be bragging about that, by the way, that your high school station's better than the one you run.
All right.
Yeah, the one I had in my basement, it never went off.
No, we got in trouble for that one.
For those who may be listening on the Internet, I understand a lot of the, up in the Northwest, the Seattle listeners have moved to the Internet to join us.
Nice.
Your normal means of listening through Cube 93 will probably be up, I would say, my estimates.
3 o'clock.
I was saying around noonish to 3, Terry.
It's just in time for whole school lunch.
Mm-hmm. I think that's around safe and fair.
Right.
Anything before that, don't have any expectations.
The T-Man Show.
And if you could feel the frenzy, Terry, as I went out during the break, there's such paranoia and just absolute of a frenzy-type atmosphere that I'm hearing some of the highest-up people tossing around the notion that we're being sabotaged by competitive radio stations.
Oh,
yes.
That's great.
One person said, hey, if you were to, trash someone's transmitter, if you were to attack someone's transmitter, you would do it during the last week of ratings period, which it is right now, during the prime time, 8 o'clock in the morning, which it is right now, Terry.
Right.
They honestly are tossing around the prospect that we've been sabotaged by a competitive radio station. Kate and Allie were seen fleeing the scene.
Flying down the mountainside.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is finally just the Bay Area's morning show. I think it's long overdue, Terry, because we can't be heard in Seattle right now, only the Bay Area, because there's a technical issue up in the Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
And the show is only being heard on Wild 94.9. Where such a thing would never happen. Yeah. Jazz even called in to confirm that, Terry.
Did he?
Just as we were going to break in the last segment, he was calling in to rub it in on Eric Flowers. And I didn't realize he was on, so we didn't have a moment there. But the best part, as far as I'm concerned, about us not being on up in Seattle right now, is that I can take this call from Brandy, who sent me her sex tape, Terry, and I know my wife's not listening.
Nice.
Perfect.
And
now.
Not only did Brandy follow through in sending me that sex tape that she promised she would send, Terry,
Oh, yeah.
but she did it in a more private way than even me and her put together at the beginning, Terry. We decided we were going to have her mail it to the station. You remember that?
Yeah.
Well, Brandy and I hope my wife's not listening, Terry.
Oh, she can't.
Oh, wait, it's impossible. Brandy and I concocted a way to make it even more private. She found some way to transfer it onto an email, and she downloaded it here, uploaded it there, and bing, bang, boom. She didn't have to worry about it getting into the wrong hands. It was sent to the privacy of my own T-Man email files.
Oh, bing, bang, boom.
Let me tell you this, Brandy. You really get into the sex that you have.
Yeah, well, I kind of got into a little trouble about that today at work.
Why? Why would you get in trouble at work?
Well, okay, the girl that helped me convert the files ran her mouth, and I got pulled aside today by my mentoring MD.
I ran her mouth in my mind, Terry. What? Huh?
I got pulled aside today by my mentoring physician.
Oh, really? That's right. She's like a doctor, Terry.
Yeah.
It's good that we have doctors listening to us that are so into the program, Terry, that they send us their sex tapes.
Yeah.
Well, I got told it was unprofessional and not the type of image that the hospital wants to represent.
Mm-hmm. Well, what were they doing? Talk about professionalism. What were they doing? Looking through your personal, private files.
Her friend told her. Yeah, ran her mouth.
Ran her mouth, yeah.
Why would your friend at the hospital run her mouth? And even if she did, why would they investigate something like that? Why wouldn't that be something that they would just... Did they actually go and see your sex tape? Because I like knowing that I'm one of the only ones that saw your sex tape.
No, nobody else even saw it.
Oh, okay. They just know it exists. All right, they know it. If they knew what really was on that tape, they wouldn't have a problem with it. Now, the next sex tape you send me is going to be one where I'm not watching. I'm a participant!
Whoa!
Starring T-Man.
Tag in.
Terry, Brandy, really, I'm not tagging in. He can take a...
Oh, you're just prime time.
He can take the weekend off, Terry. Brandy really gets into it, Terry. You know you do, don't you, Brandy?
Heck yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. Now, why would such a highly intellectual woman like yourself, who's going on to be a major contributor to the medical field, be so into the sex that she has? Isn't that just for sleazy, low-rent people to get that wild?
No.
Of course not. I know the answer to my own question, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there have been studies that say the brighter a woman is, the more freaky she tends to be, Terry.
Wow.
Really?
That
Yes.
tells you that I'm not very freaky.
But Brandy was... Don't knock yourself, Terry. You have your moments. Brandy was not just freaky outright for freaky's sake, Terry. She had this nice mix, a better mix. Wouldn't it be nice to hear something like that as well? A better mix of freakiness combined with a nice bit of just solid passion, Terry. It was the perfect combo. Well done, Brandy.
Oh, thanks. I try.
Now, what are we going to do about this? Now that we're off the air. In Seattle.
I don't know, T.
You're a married woman. I'm a married man. Perfect. But your husband can't hear right now, and either can my wife.
Oh, boy. You want us to leave the room?
Yeah, we'll go on.
I want to stay.
We cannot just let lie what we both know exists from the passions we get out of you making that sex tape and me from watching it. Terry thinks it was a violation of my marriage that I just even watched that sex tape. I think that is the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life.
Why is it like that, Terry?
Because Terry's a soapbox Terry, and she's ridiculous, and she overshoots her mouth most of the time for effect.
That's the way you went about it, though.
Terry goes beyond what she knows is reasonable as far as the opinion she has, because she has to overcompensate for certain areas of the world that she feels a little insecure about.
I'd like to hear a list of those.
That's why.
Is Terry still there? Or she can't answer?
Because Terry felt... I'm lucky I majored in reverse psychology at the Wharton School of Business and I can break this down so easily. Terry felt a little bit guilty, and still does, about some of her more promiscuous days. So her opinions come out in a falsified, overcompensating type fashion. So when she says that I'm cheating by looking at Brandy, who's listening now on the internet in Wisconsin, right? Isn't that where you're at? Yeah, she's in Wisconsin.
Right.
Is that the safest place she could be right now, Terry? Am I going to get in trouble with Brandy in Wisconsin?
Well,
I'm watching a sex tape from a woman in Wisconsin, and you're telling me I violated my marriage because I watched Brandy and her husband's sex tape.
Again, and Stephen is right, too, because he listens to me, one of the few of you who does. And, of course, yes, we do agree on a lot of it. Exactly.
Yes.
So, you know. It's the reason why I felt it was a violation is, again, how it comes about. And I don't understand why you need to see somebody else, listener.
A listener,
a
yes.
listener's sex. It's different.
Why?
Okay, fine.
Because
if it's
she sent it to
porno,
me.
because it's everybody.
Why do people
it's available to everybody. This is somebody who sent it primarily to you. And then it brings private dialogue.
My wife had no idea why I was saying the name Brandy that night when I was having sex with her, Terry. She thought maybe I was just needing a real stiff drink.
What are you, 65 years old? Got a Brandy.
Terry. You're being over the top.
It's kind of a buzzkill, too. You know?
All right, you're such the buzzkill. I enjoyed Brandy's sex tape as much
your wife?
as much the 19th time I watched it as the first.
Why not then share it with your wife?
My wife doesn't even know it's there.
Well,
share it with
and you know what?
Share-
There might be. You know how disappointed Stephen was, by the way, when he found out that Brandy was sending it to me through email and not through the regular mail that he expected, and it was left on the air that she was going to send it.
He was pissed.
I was shocked that you had it specially emailed to you.
He was pissed.
I wouldn't say pissed, but I was shocked that you had it emailed specifically to you.
Jerry, if my wife has some videos in her email of other guys, I better not find out.
Yeah, exactly.
She has I would expect her to sit there and watch it. I wouldn't be sitting there thinking that she's going, oh, no, I'm a married woman. Delete. That's stupid.
But you also know, the reason why you say that is you also know that your wife would never do that.
Whatever.
She's not.
Of course she would.
Oh,
Probably
would.
would. I don't know. Better not. Probably would. I'm sure she
So
would.
she's more interested in
I wouldn't
having
have a problem
intimate
with it, not
dialogue
really.
with another guy from wherever.
But where the problem is watching it is okay, but where the problem is creating the relationship with the person.
Me and Brandy aren't going to get together or anything
Nobody
today.
thinks you are.
I got a buddy that lives in
But you talk
Wisconsin.
to
You can
her.
stay at his house.
Me and Brandy aren't like going to meet up somewhere today.
Yeah.
Well, I can meet in Minnesota in about 30 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. 30 minutes? All right, give me 35.
I'm going to go freshen up.
Meet up in Minnesota.
Wow, there you go.
She's got a tight little ass, Terry. It's not like a small. It's nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Glad
and
you
she's
think
totally into it without like any typical female reservations about, oh, what am I doing? None of that.
I hate that. You should know what you're
She
doing.
just has she just has a look on her face that she has a completely clear mind. No hang-ups, no nothing. I'm always reading a lot more than the average person when I just look at anything. And I'm getting so deep in what's going on there, Terry. And I can feel the thoughts that are in Brandy's head. She has no problems with anything. Women too many times when they're having sex, Terry, they got a million thoughts running through their head. Oh, should I be doing this? I probably shouldn't be doing that. And even though it's my own husband, he probably thinks less of me doing this. And I'm not very good at doing this. I wonder if he's picking up on that. None of that. Completely confident in herself.
She's a grizzled veteran.
That's right! Huh? Okay. And Terry is just being dumb.
Nothing new, huh?
And I guarantee you, if any listener out there, she probably hasn't gotten many, but if any listener sends Terry their personal sex tape and it gets in her little private file, she wouldn't be talking about it on the air, so that wouldn't ever be known by us. But you think she's just clicking delete? Up, I'm married. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Whatever.
You know what? Believe it or not, I'm not into the big thing like you are. I'm not into watching other people, and it makes me nervous. I'm not comfortable with that. It's not something that I really get into.
All right.
I'm into it, so feel free to send it.
There you go.
Not as freaky as you seem to think.
I'm looking forward to another installment today, Brandy.
All right, I'll see what I can
Bald
do.
and the beautiful.
Unless you're just getting completely tired of having sex with your husband, and I wouldn't blame you. Got too much to offer.
Well, see, that's the problem with getting married at a young age, though.
Ah, see that?
There you go.
She understands what I'm saying.
Okay.
I wasn't even...
Well, no, really, that girl that called earlier that's 20 years old that wants to get married, I got married at 19.
Mm-hmm.
And
now you want something new, don't you?
Well,
Don't
I
you,
give it
you
up
little
to my
bad
husband.
girl. Yes?
I give it up to my husband. He's the only guy I've ever been with, and now I'm 24
gosh.
thinking, like...
And you got
what
so
am I
much to
doing?
give. You've only been with
know.
one guy. I didn't even know that. That would have changed my whole perspective on watching this video. I was watching sex with a woman that only had sex in her life with one guy?
Yeah.
Man. Well, that's got to change.
Well, it sounds like she did pretty good, though.
She did really good.
Yeah.
Now I got to rewatch it again a couple of times today, Terry.
For research.
Want me to have it forwarded to my account here at work? Can I do that, Brandy? Can I have a big circle of my immediate work people here, and we could all watch it together, or is this just something private between me and you?
Well, I kind of did it just for you because you were the one that had yours taken away, but I guess if you feel a need to show everybody else, okay.
All right, so I have your consent, but you like it private between me and you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a good girl.
You're a good girl.
Keep things private. Knows her role.
Keep my secrets, huh?
Yeah. Love girls like that.
Our Minnesota secrets.
Oh, yeah. I could be Minnesota Fats.
Oh, Lord.
All right, Brandy. I'll let you know what I do.
All righty.
Take care.
You too.
You know you want to see it worse than anyone here, Terry.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Come on. All right, well, let's take some calls from the Bay Area, Terry, because that's
okay.
The only place we're actually heard on the radio this morning, Terry, because they're still going on its second hour of not being on in the Northwest, Terry. But we're being heard in crystal clear stereo sound on Wild 94.9. And you can call at 1-866-663-T-MAN, and those listening on the Internet can hear us as well. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm excited about taking strictly Bay Area calls. Alex in Walnut Creek, good morning. I'll give away a lot of prizes today, too.
Oh, perfect.
To reward. I shouldn't be punishing the Northwest people. Actually, they feel like they're suffering this morning.
Yeah,
not their fault.
They're not happy.
Not their fault, yes. Alex, are you there? Alex in Walnut Creek. Hello. All right, let's go to... Tell me we have some telephone problems now.
Yeah.
Tarek in Dublin.
Hey, what's up, T-Man?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking.
Awesome, man. Awesome. You know, I wanted to make a couple comments about Angel's. Every time you guys do a commercial, Angel goes on and does a traffic report. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, man, I've never seen a traffic report so off. Like
traffic reports are always off. Yeah, they're always an hour behind. I don't know why anyone takes traffic information and really applies it to their commute.
Right.
That's the biggest waste of time. They just feel like they're doing a service for the community, and it comforts people to hear about traffic information. But by the time you hear it, it's ancient history.
You're right, dude.
You probably put it in the can yesterday.
That's not Angel's fault. He's probably just playing the best of Angel this morning as he waits to pass his stone, and these could be traffic reports from 2004 for all we know. Doesn't make a difference if it's 10 minutes old or if it's 3 years old. Traffic information is an absolute waste of time on TV or any radio station.
Passing the Stone was a great movie.
But more importantly, Tarek, I mean, we'll be down. We go back and forth from the Bay to the Northwest. I told Brandy, and she gave consent that you guys could watch the video. If Tarek wants to come down a while next week, I'm down there, Terry. We can gather around the computer, and you can watch with us as well, Tarek. Is that something you're interested in?
Absolutely. Sounds like a great plan.
Because unlike traffic reports, this video never gets old.
Oh.
All right. Well, we'll take your name and number, sir. I'm telling you, man, she's really good.
Okay.
I'm also telling you about how 99 women out of 100, you can see some expression on their face that implies some bit of discomfort, whether they're reluctant about how they feel about their own bodies,
right,
or whether they feel like they're not pleasuring their man enough.
Right.
There's all kinds of insecurities that you could pick up on the facial expressions 99 times out of 100 when you're watching somebody's home sex tape.
Right.
Because the general bit of human nature is to be self-conscious and insecure. You don't get any of that from Brandy.
That's good.
It's beautiful.
Also, her shirt's not on?
Oh, no.
That's weird.
You're not used to that.
That went off in 10 years. No, it's kind of cold. I got to keep it on.
Marie in San Francisco, hello. Marie, are you there?
Hello, hi.
Hi, Marie. What can I do for you?
Dang, T-Man, I've been trying to get you for like 2 months.
Well, now because you're not competing with those unable to listen up in the Northwest, maybe it made it a little bit easier.
Okay.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, T-Man. I appreciate it. Okay, this is the scoop. I'm 32.
Yes.
I'm dating a man who's
19.
57.
57. Okay. Now, why would a 32-year-old, the more modernized way of going about your 32-year-old life is to date maybe a 21-year-old or a 24-year-old, perhaps?
Well, I've
if it's
never
not,
been
obviously the first thing that comes to mind, and everyone's mind across the board, the universal instinct is that you're dating this man for monetary reasons. For financial reasons. Is that obviously the case, or what? You like being taken care of from a financial standpoint, or what? Why else would you want to date a 57-year-old?
Yes, I do. And at this point in my life, nobody younger than me can do nothing for me. Because, men younger than me, they want to date, they want to take you and do what you want to do. But if you can't do nothing for me that I can't do for myself,
then what's the point?
Then,
Now, is she talking financially or sexually now? I've kind of got the line blurred here.
You're saying the young guys want to do her, but they can't help her.
They can't help her. So if you're going to get...
you can take me out and dine me a little bit. We go dancing or whatever.
That's not a good picture, though.
You can't pay none of my bills, you know?
Right.
So you want your bills paid by any man you're going to be spending any period of time with.
I want to be compensated a little bit for it.
I got you. So there it is. It's as blatant as we all expected. This woman wants to get paid.
Right.
And if she's going to give herself over, her body, her mind, her soul, there's going to be a paycheck that comes her way.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be on someone's payroll, and that guy's going to have a pretty big account to dole out the bi-weekly payments.
That was great, baby. Hey, can you pay my cell bill?
So is he paying all your bills, some of your bills?
He pays some, but he pays enough to, keep me hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
But it's getting kind of boring.
Okay.
I'm getting bored.
Yes, I would imagine that...
You have to sacrifice certain things if that's the case, right?
I'm sorry, Terry, I can't.
So you're ready to dump your 57-year-old even though he's taking care of you financially. That's where you're at right now? That's where your head's at?
Okay, well, let me also mention this. Okay, for entertainment purposes, he has a family member that's in the NFL.
In the NFL. All right.
So I get to participate in all of that.
You like being in the NFL world. You like going to NFL functions. You like being at some kind of gala where the next thing you know, you could be face-to-face with who says, well, we know that what's-his-face is taken from New Orleans, Terry.
Oh, yeah, Reggie Bush.
USC, yes. But you like to know around every corner at every event you go to could be your next boyfriend.
Well, see, no, because as I'm speaking about it, I'm still respectful when I'm with him. But it's
Whatever.
annoying. It's annoying because when we're out at these functions and I'm seeing men younger that I'm really attracted to and have actually spoken to him about me, and, you know, he don't really be saying I'm his girlfriend or whatever when we go out in public. But it's kind of annoying. So.
You trade your 57-year-old boyfriend in for Frank Gore in a second if Frank Gore was having it and you know it. She doesn't even know who Frank Gore is. But anyway. So, all right. So where are you going to go with it? What's your question? Whether you should suck it up because he's paying your bills and let him pay off a few more or what?
Yeah, that's what she does.
What's your question?
I don't necessarily have a question, T-Man. I just wanted to air it.
Unlike most people who are listening right now and think very little of you for what you're doing, I don't think what you're doing is that wrong or bad at all.
No.
I would be doing the same thing if I were you. And you're actively looking.
Probably jealous.
You're actively looking to upgrade, but until then, you're going to let this guy. He's getting a lot out of it. He's spending time with you, the 34-year-old or whatever you said you were, 32-year-old.
Yeah.
So you're helping each other out. He gets to hang around and have sex with a 32-year-old. You get your bills paid for it until you find an upgrade in your life. You're going to stick around this situation. Good for you.
Yeah, at least she admits it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. I mean. He doesn't look 57.
Yeah, whatever. He looks 67. All right, very good. Whatever makes you feel better.
Right. God, you don't do it for us, man.
He looks every day a 57. Yeah. He pays your bills. End of story. It's a lot easier to have someone else in this world pay your bills than have to pay for them yourself. I get it. Corey in Concord, go ahead.
Yeah, my comment is for all the LeBron James haters, where they compare him to Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen, and he also had...
You don't even think of Scottie Pippen when you think of Michael Jordan anymore. Michael Jordan was an entity in and of himself. Michael Jordan is an image that it seems like LeBron is having a tough time, is spinning his wheels to try to become. LeBron James, and I think he's referring to comments I made a couple of days ago, Terry, was supposed to be the savior of the NBA. Well, the savior was just on the biggest stage the NBA has, that being the NBA championship, and the ratings were the lowest in the entire NBA history. They have never had lower TV ratings than they just had with the great old savior, LeBron James.
But it's the age-old question, would Pippen be that good if he wasn't with Michael Jordan? I mean, who knows if Pippen was really that good? Michael Jordan made him that good.
Well, because Michael Jordan has been that good without Pippen.
Well, regardless, people should have tuned in to see this new phenom, LeBron James, be in the NBA Finals, and it seems like nobody cared. And the NBA should be in a major panic that the guy that they were counting on to build the future on his shoulders had just the lowest ratings, 25% lower than even just last year.
They sucked me in. I was bored to death.
Yeah.
It was the most boring NBA Finals ever. Now, why is Vinnie on hold? Are we back on the air? What do you want, Vinnie?
I wanted to let you know that I have Nordstrom Holding, and the concierge manager would like to know if you'd like him to come down and take off your security tag.
Concierge manager.
Terry, should I say yes or no? I don't even know what to do here.
I mean, this guy sounds really eager to come down here and take your tag off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, obviously, they
Sounds
know
very
there
phallic,
was,
Terry.
you know, they're very they were wrong, and they just want to make it right because that's what they're all about, making things right for their customers.
Because Neiman Marcus would do that, Terry.
Sure.
So they better get here quick.
I guess that's a yes, Vinny.
Okay.
I was going to go with you and dine at the Nordstrom Cafe.
Oh, good stuff.
The French dip there is awesome.
Oh, my God.
I was more than capable of taking my own damn self down there, Terry. I had plans to go down there today. I just didn't want them to give me a hassle, suggesting I was some thief or something.
Right.
because I'm not about to go home and find the receipt.
Right, and then come back and
then bring it back to the store. I'm going to go. I was planning on going from here to the place where I bought this, that being Nordstrom, and tell them, hey, I'm wearing the shirt for the first time, and I just realized that when I bought it, somebody behind the register forgot to take off the security tag, and I'm walking around like an idiot all morning.
I don't think they'd hassle you. If you brought in a bag full of clothes, maybe they'd hassle you.
Yeah.
You forgot this one, and you forgot this one.
Well, someone who has stolen a bag full of clothes, if they're dumb enough to bring the whole bag, saying, hey, you forgot to take off all my bag filled of clothes here.
Boy, are you forgetful.
A little oversight, I know.
But I don't think they would hassle you. It's just coming in.
I don't even want them
time.
looking at me funny, because if they look at me funny, there's going to be a problem.
Right.
Well,
You just want them to say, okay, take it off and move on with
That's
your
right. I want there to be a big, oh, my gosh, I can't believe that happened. I don't know if I even sense during that, oh, my gosh, I can't believe that happened. If I sense a funny look, like them sizing me up, if I'm some shady character that's...
So one of these, oh, I'm sorry about that.
Right.
Well, you better send somebody down there.
Yeah.
This guy kind of looks pretty low rent to me.
Right.
Some really hot girls that work there. I love going in there.
Mm-hmm.
Does this thing make me look fat? No? What is this good?
No, your face does. 1-866-663 T-Man. Joe, you're on the air.
What's up?
Joe, get us off speakerphone and please speak to us directly, my friend. Joey.
1-866.
Oh, jeez. Joe's not ready to take. No. Kenny in Oakland. Oh, look at this little note we got passed to us. We are back on the air in Seattle.
Whoa!
Are you kidding? Is there anyone left to listen to us, Terry? Or have they all moved on?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a bad day to be the sales manager.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see her panic attack.
I'll just go right to break then. Screw you guys.
Kenny in Oakland.
Oh, my gosh.
What's up, man?
How are you?
Good, man.
What's this? Wait, there's an FCC rule now that I got to do a legal ID?
Oh, wow.
Well, I didn't cause this problem, all right? So don't pass me any notes about FCC rules.
So...
Let them come in and do a legal ID. Let the engineers come in and do a legal ID.
Yeah, whoever's fault it is. Get in here.
All right? I don't even know what a legal ID is.
Hi.
I didn't go to broadcasting school like a lot of hacks in this industry. All right? Have to do he passed me a note. By FCC rule, you must do a legal ID right now. Here's the legal ID. F off!
Wow, that's a new station,
It's actually KF off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the F means in
West
FCC.
of the Mississippi, you know.
You're listening to a 0-watt radio station!
There you go.
With no power. Doesn't reach the beaches or rule the pools. I remember slogans I was going out. On stations that can be heard!
I don't know why you need a legal ID. I mean, the radio probably tells you what station you're on.
I don't know what a legal ID is. I ain't go to law school.
Let's do an illegal ID.
You must do a legal ID. Screw that.
Oh, wow.
Tell them not to have the station off for an hour and a half, and then we won't have to worry about this. Passing me notes.
Hey, you gotta do it, dude. I'm gonna yell down my power.
Can't yell at Pasty now. He's just handing you notes.
I'm not yelling at Pasty today.
I know.
I'm yelling at the people who are passing these messages to Pasty.
All right.
And I hope he's passing the messages back.
He's trying to avoid a little FaceTime with the PD.
Yeah, he is.
He's passing it. Well, the PD is going to have no time for FaceTime with Pasty because he's going to be on a little bit of a call with John Hogan, I would imagine.
Right.
All right?
Gotcha.
Are you getting these messages back? I don't know what they want from me. I didn't do anything. I just went on with business as usual.
Right.
All right? Are you getting me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So whoever you have to talk to, I would like to hear you relay that message now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Could you repeat the message? Exactly how you wanted it said?
Who gave you that word that we're supposed to do a legal ID?
That was Mr. Powers.
Mm-hmm, Mr. Powers.
Mr.
He said you can blame it all on him if you need, but it's a legal thing.
Well, let him come in and do a legal ID.
Powers, come on in here and do the legal ID.
Right. And what about all the people that have been enjoying their radio station without any problems.
So they have to suffer through this
Right.
legal ID.
Right. Legal ID. We're on more than just one station. I'm not doing any legal. Get out of here! You're not doing any legal IDs. I'm not doing any legal IDs either. What are you asking for?
Get out of here.
Get out of here!
AUBE, Seattle.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Unnecessary,
Jesus
Terry.
criminy.
Jesus criminy.
Jesus criminy. Yes.
Well, now we screwed over Jazzy.
Yeah.
He should get one.
Right.
That is quite unfair.
That is very unfair to Jazzy.
So
whose
now you need to have Eric come
whose
apologize.
station has never run better.
Right.
They did nothing wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
We gotta
They
sit
didn't do
through a
anything.
legal ID.
Oh, by law. Whole station would be arrested if we didn't do that.
They were at the doors ready to take us all down.
Kilbreath walking out in handcuffs.
The FBI is like, okay, you can back down now. They did the legal ID.
I get off the roofs.
Yes. All units, all units.
Stand down. Stand
What
down.
kind of stupid thing is that? Is he on the phone apologizing to Jazzy?
He should be.
Whose station never sounded better? I'll do a legal ID. You're listening to KYLD. Wild 94.9.
Ooh.
There's your legal ID.
All right.
A station that can be heard at all times.
The T-Man Show.
Oh, yeah. And he spent a lot of time on that laptop. Yeah.
I've been having issues though this morning.
Oh, I bet.
Keep getting kicked off.
What happened? This song inspired you to go into the Keith Sweat chat room, or what are you doing? What are you doing? How'd you spend the last 10 minutes of free time, Terry? I know Hotshot was back there watching YouTube videos of the Pac-Man cartoon.
Loved it.
That just shows.
He does love the YouTube.
I love the Pac-Man cartoon.
And the YouTube.
Yes.
On the YouTube. That's how much
what
free
she said.
time is on everyone's hands these days. That we can go and watch the Pac-Man cartoon, which no one even watched it when it was on.
That's a very good point.
And now you're watching it on YouTube?
I am, yes. I have to go because it's really a good part.
I understand.
It's a really good
the little ghosts are looking
Pac-Man's
for...
in real trouble at this moment. Blinky is right on his heels.
They're running through the power pill forest.
Okay.
Ghosts are looking for the pills.
That could be a real scary moment. I know maybe you want some private time.
I'll be going through the pill forest later, too.
Deidre in Emeryville.
Hi.
You've been waiting to say something. What can I do for you, love?
Waiting to say that the lady that called earlier that talked to the older guy, she seems like a gold digger to me.
You think? She might have been a gold digger type?
She admitted it.
You came up with that analysis on your own? Yes. We pretty much were describing exactly the gold digger scenario, but that's fine. That's who she admits she is.
Yeah.
I haven't was really zoning in because I'm at work too.
Yeah.
But
She
it's kinda
knows
weird.
she knows she's a gold digger, and she's going to continue to be a gold digger until someone better comes along. And to me, that makes some sense. It makes a lot more sense than all these women out there that are in bad relationships with these guys that are either verbally or perhaps worse, physically abusive to them, where they get nothing.
Nothing. T-Man, can I ask you a question?
Of course you can, baby.
Can I have a gas card?
How much you
Please.
want?
$50.
And what's in it for me?
I love you.
Is that right?
Wow.
And how do you plan on showing this love of yours?
Because I listen to you every day at work, and I
Well,
almost
that's
get in
nice,
trouble
and
for it.
I appreciate that. And what do you do in Emeryville?
I actually work at a fabric store in the stockroom.
And it's nice that you are able to convince your bosses that you need to listen to the program to get the highest productivity level out of their employee there. But that doesn't really do enough for me. You have love you say that you have for me, and I want it to be shown in other ways. What other ways can you come up with there? Come on, Deidre. I'm going to throw you a $50 gas card. I'm this close to pulling the trigger. I'm close, Deidre. I'm close.
I don't know. I just listen to you every day.
Okay, that's good enough. All right, hang up. $50 gas card is going to Deidre in Emeryville. Congratulations.
Good job.
Congratulations, baby.
Thank you.
You show your bosses that. Make sure you say, nanny, nanny, boo, boo. I'm sure they've never seen a $50 gas card.
Right.
Anyway, what is that? Mm-hmm. Where to go now? Let's see. Deidre, obviously a very loyal Bay Area listener. Perhaps we should reward some of the Northwest listeners, Terry, that were put through way too much this morning. And let me be the first to apologize for a radio station that provided you with an hour and a half of dead air today. That's unbelievable to even say, Terry.
I know.
And I have to go beyond the call of duty to say it so that it never happens again around here. Not that it's ever happened once.
If there's a major power outage, we're on the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Will and Lacey, you persevered through an hour and a half's worth of technical problems on the radio station that you depend on a regular basis, and for that, we are thankful. Will?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I was wondering what happened because I just jumped out the truck and jumped back in, and it came to a different station. I didn't understand.
Wow. What do you mean it came to a different station?
Well, it said 93, but it came up to
He was getting like a station in Idaho or something like that.
Something like that. It was crazy.
Some other signal was able to get on because KUBE was down to.
I know.
Yeah.
And
I was driving out from
Well,
Seattle.
if it makes you feel any better, they estimated that the station lost about 15 to 20 grand in revenue this morning because of the spots that never got played, Terry.
Whoa.
Yes. Because I estimated, I said that the commercials are about 500 a pop, but I said that's where it starts.
Right.
They're 700 to 1,000, somewhere in that range. 5 to 1,000, and they lost out on a whole bunch of spots.
Yeah.
So that should make you feel a little bit better.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what can I do for you, Will?
I'm trying to get some Summer Jam tickets. I was one side short yesterday.
Consider it done, Willie.
Woo!
Thank you very much,
Yes.
sir.
Hard to put out dead air at a concert like that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That'd be cool if all of a sudden in the middle of the concert, everyone just went away. You were the only one there. What's going on here? I don't think that is likely.
You probably shouldn't stage dive either.
But I wouldn't have said that the station being off for an hour and a half was likely, Terry.
Right.
I mean, you're totally having a great Summer Jam experience. The ladies couldn't look better. They're wearing so little to begin with. Their boobs are hanging out. The artists are kicking it. They're absolutely blowing it up big time. Then all of a sudden, everything disappears. What happened to my station? What happened to my Summer Jam? I'll just sit out the dead air and wait for everyone to come back. It's been some time now. It's been over an hour. See how ridiculous that sounds, Terry?
It's a great movie, maybe.
I don't even know about that.
Will it ever come back?
Stephen, you hang out in the theater and let us know.
I will.
Something tells me you have some popcorn and some Raisinets in your hand.
The T-Man Show.